I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
Well, hello you all, and welcome to Call of the Wild Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for joining me now and or later. We're gonna be doing the same thing as usual for Call of the Wild Wednesday. The last couple weeks, we're still gonna be checking out Silver Ridge Peaks, just getting used to that map. Next week, we will probably be trying out a new map, but until I've had enough time to kind of work on new things and figure out what I want to aim for, we're just kind of getting used to Silver Ridge Peaks and enjoying it. Enjoying the mountain line, really enjoying getting to see mule deer. This is our first map with mule deer on it. We are a variety channel for sure, guys. So we catch up as we do when it comes to super hardcore grindy stuff for like dedicated players in certain games. Definitely doesn't mean we're an amateur at the game. I think we pull off some decent hunts and nice shots, but nothing super spectacular. Nothing that's gonna make you drop your jaw. Well, we'll see. I would say we have. Wow, isn't that a great way to start a stream? Right, I'm just kidding. The reason why I say that, guys, is because I am very much a variety streamer who enjoys this game for the sake of enjoying it. We are here to see what hunts pop up in front of us that we want. We're not here to grind for 6 straight hours. We're here to have some fun. So, without any more ado, instead of jumping right into the map, we're actually going to check out some of the DLC content. Because I myself have actually not bought DLC in a very long time. I have a $25 reward gift card from Ultimate Game Pass that I've built up, and I'm super excited to see it. So I know there is some new DLC that we have yet to actually get. I'm not completely sure which one is the best to get. So if you guys have any advice, if you guys have any preferences on DLC content that would be really good to get out of the ones that I do not yet have, then feel free to let me know. I don't have these packs so far, quite a few that I don't have. I do have all these ones down here. So any of them that don't have green arrows that you know about, which you probably already know that, feel free to let me know which ones are better than others. The feeder pack is really something that seems intriguing to me. So introducing game feeders, a new way to influence how animals behave. Decide on the ideal location, choose from 3 new game feeders, and select the right bait for a hunting experience like never before. Leverage your knowledge to attract animals, but stay alert for bears who can disrupt your carefully laid plans. Success comes to hunters who have patience to wait for the perfect shot. The box feeder, the selective hunter's choice. Target deer species with precision. 4 gravity-fed shoots attract their intended prey while keeping broader snouted animals away. Elevated hunting design protects bait from pests, but bears can destroy it. Choose placement carefully for high reward, high risk hunting. Okay. So you're telling me, hey, what's going on? Hey, how is it going, Albert? How are you doing today? You're telling me bears can completely destroy the box feeder. That's crazy. Bears could totally destroy the box feeder. So you can buy it, place it somewhere, and then it'll be just completely gone. Is that how that works? All right, supported bait, fortified pellet feed, multigrain flake mix. How is Albert doing today? We are checking out the feeder DLC, thinking about that possibly, kind of figuring what DLC we need to get to help us be a better hunter, or just to have fun with. The post feeder, the raised structure of a post feeder has solar power technology that automatically dispenses bait over time. It's easy, raised, lower refilling mechanism, and robust metal construction withstands bear attacks. The post feeder is a reliable, long-term animal attraction without the risk. Okay, all right. And then the bait barrel feeder, simply unbreakable. Okay, thankfully there's the bait barrel feeder, which will keep the bears and boars busy and let other animals eat from your feeders. The rugged steel drum design withstands aggressive wildlife without damage. Multiple drilled holes provide steady bait distribution, while the blue barrel stays visible in dense terrain. It's prime choice when durability matters. Supported bait, sour fermented mash, and meat scraps. So you're telling me the box feeder, this sucker right here, is basically how it's looking, is cheapest, is easiest for the bears to destroy. That's pretty much what it's looking like. Cheapest is easiest. Good, good, good. Good to hear, Albert. Good to hear. I don't know. I really want to get this, y'all. I really don't know. I really don't know what's going to be the right way to use these. They seem to all work on all animals. It just basically seems to be that this little box feeder one is the easiest for bears to destroy. The post feeder says that it is automatically dispenses and that the robust metal construction withstands bear attacks. So basically what I'm seeing from reading this is we're going to go from easiest to destroy, slightly harder to destroy, and almost, you know, invincible between this box feeder, this post feeder, and the barrel feeder. So that's pretty much what it seems like to me. Hard to say what to do here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab it. Let me go ahead and switch over here real quick. Oh, no, that's the wrong screen. That's the wrong screen. Hold on. There we go. Sorry about that. It does pop up and show, do you want to use your points, but it doesn't show my card number anyway, so I'm not trying to jump around the screens to look tricky. I'm trying to figure out here how I want to do this. All right. The only other thing we're going to figure out, y'all, before we jump in is, do we want a new weapon pack? So this one has deployable tree stand that comes in 3 color variations. We already have tree stands. So that's interesting. We already have tripods. Are they going to make you buy? Are they making people buy? Well, how did that switch to the tripod? You see that? We click on pump, flip, and fire pack, and it takes us to tripod pack for some reason. We click on the weapon 3 pack, and it takes us to ambusher pack. There we go. Alright, it's looking like we're just gonna jump into it, y'all. I don't want to keep y'all waiting all day here on the weapon packs. I just really didn't know what there was to offer. I'm not really seeing anything that I know for sure does or doesn't take scopes without having to sit here and spend a bunch of time figuring it out. Hope you have a good stream, brother. Kill a big buck for me. I will try my best, Bonnie. Thank you so much for checking in, bro. Chacho. No less than 12 points. That should be doable, at least on this video game, that's for sure. At least on a video game. We'll go for a big muley. Bolt action, smoke and barrels pack. Guys, I don't know which one of these is the good one or not. None of them really have pictures of them with scopes, so I don't really know which ones they can get scopes for. High caliber weapon pack. We got the rapid hunt rifle pack. We're just gonna have to come back and check these out in a minute, I guess, guys. We just got the game feeder pack, I thought. Are you serious? Oh, game feeder pack 2. Oh my gosh. The mineral lick feeder. All right. Herbivore management, carnivore. We're gonna buy this too while we're here. I'm pretty sure that shouldn't show nothing. We got 21 bucks left on our Xbox balance for our $25 gift card. Biggest one I've ever killed in real life was a 10-point E, weighed 230 pounds. Bro, Chacho, that is way better than I've ever done. I've killed one large dog-sized button buck in my life, thinking it was a doe from the shade and the trees and all that stuff up in a tree stand. I looked down, saw it, shot it, spine shot it because I sighted in for what I thought it was a bigger deer further out. Turns out it was just smaller, so that's what made it look further out to me. Shot it perfectly, what I thought was going to be a long shot, nailed it right in the spine. Horrible story. Horrible story. And then the following year, I had my spinal surgery, so now I don't have video game most of the time. All right, y'all, we do have some feeders. We're going to go ahead and jump into Silver Ridge Peaks again. And we're going to see what the daily challenges look like. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me through all of that, Albert. Sorry for keeping you waiting through all of that. That was absolutely ridiculous. I know it was. But here we go. We're here now. All right, so we need to get a turkey beyond 150 meters. We can do that. We can easily do that. Reptiles. I don't think there's any reptiles on this map that I know of. We need to get 4 Miriam turkey with a crossbow or bow, and they have to be female, but that's another $5,000. And then we have to... The rest of it really doesn't really pertain to this map at all, so we'll just start right there. I was 11, first and only deer I've ever killed, 30-06 with a 6th bi-scope. It had my eye too close to the lens, split my cheek wide open, and my eye was black for 2 weeks. Holy crap. Oh, guys, I gotta take this. Give me just a second. Hello?
Hi, Justin.
Yeah.
This is Whitney from Kabbalah. They had a chance to look at that gaming computer you brought in for buyers.
Yep.
And he said because it's too old and senior free, be interested.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. He told me on the phone that if they're not interested, they can recycle it legally and stuff like that. So I would thank you guys. I would appreciate that very much, because my only thing is I didn't know how to get rid of it without like getting a hard drive. Okay, awesome. Well, I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Bye. Oh my gosh, dude, the system's glitch. Thank you, Gravy, so much. So my microphone once in a while does this glitch. Thank you for telling me. Where it switched it. Get ready to listen to this. Ready? There we go. That should be better. That should be way better. That should be way, way, way better. I hope. That should be way, way better, I hope. So my microphone does this glitch where what it does is it, oh my goodness. What it does is it switches all the time on Streamlabs. Guys, I'm starting to hate Streamlabs. I don't mean that to be hateful. I don't mean that to be hateful, but the thing is on my end, all I can see is the name of the microphone and whether or not the volume is showing up on the little meter, right? It'll flash when I'm talking, like the little meter that shows the color. It's yellow, it's red, you know. All that does is show me that it's on. It doesn't show me which one it is. And what it keeps doing is it keeps, can you join me? So usually I like to plan them out ahead of time, Albert, and I don't mean that in a rude way at all. What platform are you on, first of all? And we might plan one out sometime if you would like to. My bigger thing is just making sure nobody's going to hop on and make a bunch of dead zones and stuff like that, which I'm not saying you would either, but whenever I meet new people that I don't know them, that's kind of the thing. So if you want to join, the Discord, I'm going to put the Discord code up right now in the chat, and that'll make it where you can get a hold of me anytime you want. Okay, so I'm on Xbox, unfortunately. I will still put that code in the chat, not trying to talk you into joining it. If you don't want to, that's just there for anybody who wants to join our little community that we're trying to make. I won't be able to do crossplay with you because of that. Xbox and PlayStation can't do crossplay. I'm very, very sorry. At some point, y'all, we will be doing community events. We will be doing community events where we are hosting things, and if we find somebody on a PS5 who's willing to do it, we're gonna, we'll buy them a map if we have to or whatever, and they will host a map for the PS5 players, and we're gonna do giveaways based on how many kills you get of certain types. Like if we say get female deer or silver bucks or anything that's not going to ruin the host's map, that's going to enter you in for like a raffle to win a prize. And the more kills you get, the more tickets you get. So that's going to be something we can all do together. That's going to be something we can all do together for fun and for hanging out and whatnot, even if you're on PS5. But we first got to find somebody willing to host that, because there is that chance of people running around making dead zones and destroying good animals that you don't want destroyed and whatnot. So if you guys want to link up on the Discord group or follow and hang out with me while I'm live, that is awesome. Albert, I am so sorry that we are on a different platform. I would absolutely hunt with you if we were on the same platform. I might not have been able to this time, but I would have linked up with you. But that's all right, though. Hopefully we can hang out still on Discord and get some PS5 stuff going at some point. All right, so weekly challenges. 7 birds using a rifle. Okay, well, that is something we can absolutely do because we're going after turkey. But then another one is that we need to hit any wildlife at all in the lung within 12... for $12,000 within 50 meters. We can... There's no time, no map, no species, no gender, no nothing. It's just any animal in the lung within 50 meters. You get 9 of those and you get 12 grand. We're absolutely doing it. All right, guys, enough jibber jabber. We're getting set up. We're good to go. We don't got a time limit. We got a warning call coming from some lady over here. We're gonna go ahead and take her out. We're gonna go ahead and take her out real quick. Let me go ahead and get the overlays on here for Silver Ridge Peaks. That way y'all can see what animal we're hunting on the screen. All right, we got a mule deer right in front of us. Let's go see what we can do. Thank you, Gravy, very much, my friend, for letting me know that that was the case. I'm going to have to start testing that every single time. I hate that... hey, look at him. He's nothing special, but he's killable. Right. So, this isn't a map that you want to grind a mule deer on anyway, so we will absolutely just take him out if he stops moving. Hey, look at that! Look at that, y'all. Just chilling right there. Oh, my goodness. We're going to go ahead and take that. God dang it. That black bear was just sitting right there. If we can get up there to about 150, we can easily take that shot. 150 will work for pretty much any weapon I have, whether it's a slug on a shotgun or whether it's, you know, I don't know, 308, something like that. But everything's moving right now. It must just now be the perfect little time change. Old Cherokee tradition, not many people would understand. After I killed it, my dad cut its throat to let it bleed out and made me drink some blood out. Yeah. So, yeah. Yep. Well, there's a lot of people around here that try to do that too. Yeah, I definitely am not going to ever do that. That much is absolutely for sure. All right, this is about the max range. Oh, God, we got the wrong scope on it, which we don't really have time to switch, but we will anyway. We're going to see about taking this sucker out. Yep, that was a good shot. All right, on the move. We got one on the move right to start with. Now, we are looking mostly today, guys, for... That's a downed bear right there. We are looking mostly for turkey. Turkey and anything else within 50 meters in the lung. I don't have the patience. I do not have the patience to track her down to get within 50 meters as fast as she is traveling. That's going to be a whole lot of tracking. But we'll kill her. We'll kill her dead. Guys, I saw something the other day, and I don't mean it in a hateful way at all, but I saw something the other day, and they opened up the map, and I saw how much money they had. I was like, how many numbers was that? And they're like, and I said it in their chat, and I didn't even think about what I was saying. And she said, how much money do I have? And I was like, yeah. She opened up the map, she's like, oh, 12 million. I was like, how did you get 12 million? You know, and she's like, just, you know, fox and bear hunting. And I was like, You're telling me with the cost of ammo, the cost of taxidermizing things, the cost of every single weapon and thing you can buy in this game, and all that, that you saved up an additional $12 million off of Fox and Bear only, and you weren't using the money glitch? I didn't even remember that there was a money glitch when I first asked her. I was like, holy crap, I gotta shoot some Fox and Bear. And I thought, I was like, I've shot plenty of Fox and Bear. They're like $900 to $1,100. Like anything else. You know? And so I was like, what are you talking about? Like, people who know how to grind for money in this game without cheating tell you to go after crocodile and water buffalo and things like that, right? They don't tell you to go after Fox and Bear, right? And I don't mean that to be hateful. She's way better than me at the game. Spends way more time in the game, guaranteed. Has great ones and all. Has every great one in the game. I've never grinded a great one ever. I play this game for just my enjoyment, a few hours at a time. And that has yet to lead to grinding, but we will soon though. But I thought about it after. I was like, wait a minute. There's a tripod and well, I'm not gonna say it, but there's different things you can do to make unlimited money. First of all, guys, do not Google that. Do not do that. Do not do that. Do not go around, cheating in video games. Just don't. It ruins the whole point. And it ruins the whole point for everybody else who does it too, because then it just teaches everybody to cheat. But anyway, I'm not saying like, oh, forget y'all if you cheated. We've all cheated at a video game. But don't. But try not to, please. Oh my God. I try to be a better person than that. Right? Do not go around cheating on a video game. Oh my goodness. The reason I say that mostly is actually it's very much more enjoyable, y'all. It's very much more enjoyable if you actually go through the challenge of it, because the reward is better. The reward is better, right? So anyway, yeah, I saw the 12 million, and she said Fox Bear. I was like, I've never heard someone say to grind money on Fox Bear. They've always said crocodile. They've always said crocodile. And so I was like, man, she must be like whole new level. And I thought about it, I was like, that was 1,000% the money glitch. That was 1,000% the money glitch is what that was. And I don't mean that to be hateful either, but after thinking about it, like, yeah, that was probably what it was. Guys, how did I get to talking so much that I actually lost track of where that freaking bear was? I just shot it right over here. Track not found. We just shot that bear. It doesn't show me where I spotted it either. Guys, this is so funny. This is the epitome of being a bad hunter. I get to yapping so much right there that I lost track of what direction I was going, turned around too much, then lost the bear. There's a dead bear lying around here somewhere. Is this it? Nope, that's pronghorn. Guys, where did we just shoot that bear? Oh my gosh, guys, where did we just shoot that bear? You're kidding me, y'all. I was just right here. Shot here, I thought. Am I crazy? I should be looking pretty well right at the outpost. Must be over that hill. Yep, right over there. Came over here and shot it somewhere around right chaw. I thought I shot it somewhere right around right chaw. We are absolutely going to be getting this bear. We are not just letting this bear go to waste. We even saw it sit down on the ground and die. We also have been having another glitch occur. Ooh, look at those. Look at those. Is that the same ones from earlier? Looks like it probably. We've had another glitch occur where it's deleting animals and their tracks. I kid you not. I have a video of it that I'll be posting sometime of us going on what was essentially a 2-hour tracking journey after a muley. And it wasn't no great one muley, but it was potentially diamonds. And the thing that kept getting me was just pure determination to get this animal. And you know that the tracks will gradually delete over time? Well, we followed it and we had tracks covering such a large area, and then we spotted a new animal that we had yet to see on this particular map. Guys, where the heck is this freaking... Where the heck is this bear we just shot? We just shot her and she dropped right in front of us. This is flat out comical how bad this is. You gotta be pretty bad at the game to have a downed bear drop right in front of you. And then turn yourself around from talking too much and forget where the bear's at. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. We're gonna find this bear. We're not gonna sit there and let this bear... I almost wonder if the bear already disappeared because we let it sit there too long. That's not supposed to happen for a long, long time, or basically till you log off in most situations, I think. But it can actually glitch out and occur. And this thing was laying down on the ground right in front of us somewhere, and I'm not seeing a body anywhere at all. And there was a bear body very clearly laying down. We spawned at this outpost and came over here and shot her. Yeah, we shot her right here. That's where we shot her. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we shot her right there. Unless I'm absolutely losing my effing mind. We started right there. My ever-loving mind. We saw this deer over there. She was laying around somewhere right there, and she started moving to the left of these trees. And right about past this tree somewhere is where we shot her. So sure enough, right there in the middle of the dead zone is, not dead zone, but the pressure is where we shot her. Guys, I think she actually disappeared. This is undoubtedly where we shot her. We didn't grab her either. We didn't collect her, did we? I'm gonna have to go on freaking Tube and see right now if I collected this bear and already forgot about it. I do have some memory problems, guys. They're not all the time, but they do happen. What's going on, Xbox Gamer Girl? How are you doing today? Oh, we already grabbed the bear. What am I thinking, guys? Wow. Wow, wow. What am I thinking? Guys, this whole time I'm sitting there, I don't know how my brain did that loop right there. That's crazy. Probably because I was telling too much of a story. All right. How is Xbox Gamer Girl doing today? So now, guys, we are looking for some turkey. We need one turkey beyond 150 meters, male or female, at any time. And we need 4 of them with a crossbow that are female. And we're going to get $9,000 plus the 5 turkeys worth of money for that. And if we get within 50 meters and hit them in the lung, additionally, we're going to also knock out the weekly. See if we can triple that up to be about a $21,000 payday, not including the animals. So we might make 30, 40 grand today. I'm good. How are you? I'm doing great. I am doing really great. A little short of breath lately. I've had some stuff go on to make me very short of breath, so you might hear me huffing and puffing. Gamer Girl, a little bit might sound like I'm exhausted or something just for sitting here, but having some breathing stuff going on. Other than that, I'm doing absolutely fantastic. And I talk a lot sometimes, so that definitely don't help with it. All right, let's see here. We're going to be on the look for some turkey. And let's see what plan we want to formulate for Miriam turkey. I know they're like in the central and south central areas of the map. We're going to see what we want to do here. So, the best time to hunt turkey on this map is between 11 and 2:30 or late afternoon 3 to 4:30 for drinking. Yeah, so 3:30 to 4:30 for drinking. And Lone Island Lake, the Wild Turkey Outpost, south and southeast sections of the map for feeding and drinking zones. Okay. So basically 3 to 4:30 is going to be a really good time on the southeastern part of the map. Just like I was thinking, that south central, southeastern part. Check the pine trees and open clearings surrounding Lone Island Lake, and we're going to be about 3. Is this Lone Island Lake right here? Where is Lone Island Lake? Anyway, y'all, we're going to be hunting for turkey. We're going to go ahead and set the time to be about 3 to 4:30 p.m. Hold on, there is no... That's a sketchy... 3 to 4:30 p.m. Okay, so drinking times is 15 to 16:30. Highly recommended. So we're going to set this... It's just about 15 right now. So... Let's see here. I missed a chat, didn't I? Did I miss a chat? If I did, I don't know how or why. Alright guys, let's get ready for some turkey hunting. We're just going to go ahead and not change the time because we got 40 minutes game time, which is only 10 minutes real time. So we're going to start heading towards some lakes and probably buying some hunting stands while we're there. We'll get him something small just in case. We also do have our... Oh, wait, hold on. We don't have our crow call. We're going to get our crow call. It's going to show us where they're at. We got the Fox Pro to let us know. Mule deer scent. Where's the crow call? All right. There we go. Crow caller. This, guys, is such a handy thing to have. It'll make them vocalize enough to make you want to freaking rip your headphones off and put them against the wall. But nonetheless, it'll make them vocalize where you can see where they're at without attracting them to you, which is really good. So let me go ahead and get your turkey up here on the screen. Well, hello, Crazy Case. All good. This is a good map. Okay, so I have actually just recently bought this map. Well, not bought, but recently started playing it. I bought it months and months ago. Played it one time and then hopped right off of it. Didn't hop back on. And then about, I want to say 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, we started playing it on Wednesdays during Call of the Wild Wednesdays. And it's been fun so far. It's been fun so far. We don't really do a whole lot of grinding like most people who play this game a ton do. We mostly do challenges and just kind of whatever we feel like, you know. I will be doing grinding at some point in the future. Warning call. That's perfect. We're gonna chill and let him relax for a second. Do you have? Okay, for some reason this thing doesn't want me to see your chat alert. Do you have that starts the pack that starts with the map that starts with silver? This is Silver Ridge Peaks. This is it right here. Yep. Silver Ridge Peaks got plain bison, some mountain lions, Miriam turkey, mule deer, pronghorn, Rocky Mountain, bighorn sheep, mountain goat. All that jazz. I got black bear on it, and we have the animals up here on screen. Rocky Mountain elk, which I just put behind the turkey, but still. I do the same thing. Well, good. I like to see that I'm not the only one. Everybody I see playing this game regularly is either trading, grinding, or like grinding great ones and all that stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. Trading, I'm like, yeah, you know, I mean, you didn't really actually, get the animal per se. You kind of had it given to you. But I'm teasing, guys. If you trade, do not get offended that I'm teasing. All right, it's a joke. It's a game. It's a game. You play it how you want to. Nobody goes and works hard all day to come home to a game and then, be lectured about that stuff. I'm teasing. I personally don't think, for me, I'm never going to trade nothing, but I'm not going to give somebody a hard time who does. We also, guys, I am going to be making a channel as well. I'm actually going to make it right now. I'm going to make it right now as we're speaking and walking towards this turkey. I'm going to call this turkey and get him to vocalize for me so I can see where he's at. I'm going to keep crawling his way. Unless he already spooked. Don't tell me we just spooked him. We're crawling from 70 meters away and he's spooking. Okay, never mind. Okay, there we go. There he goes. Alright, so. But we have a Call of the Wild category on our Discord. The invite code is pinned to the chat if y'all are interested in joining. No worries if you don't. It's just there for anybody who wants to join our little community that we're building. And we have channels for sharing the trophies. We have voice channels for if you want to talk to each other on the Discord voice channel while playing. And he is not going to shut up for a good 30, 45 seconds. So but that is there in case y'all want it. Let me make a new channel while I'm here. Told you guys he's gonna be at it. He's gonna be at it for a minute. All right, let's see here. You will see me do this probably a lot, guys. I'm not just obsessed with eucalyptus for no good reason. I have had 6 surgeries in a 4-year time span. 5 have definitely been failed surgeries, and the 6th one seems to have been too. But we're waiting to figure that out. I'm trying to go a few days without taking my medicine. That way I don't become too dependent on it. Whether it be for breathing pain or whatever. Okay, that turkey is really doing some weird stuff. Weird stuff. If it's a male, we have to shoot the turkey from beyond 150. Traveling, are you? That's an interesting way to travel. Look at that. Look at that. All right. We're going to go ahead and get the shotgun ready for this. We do have the 10 gauge. Plastic birdshot can kill class 1 and 2 animals. It's the strongest one, obviously. We're not going to worry about killing the sucker from beyond. Well, we might. No. He's moving so much, I don't want to take a 150-meter shot at him because it'll be too easy to miss. He's 40 to 60 out, so we can pretty well just side in for here. He's calm and traveling. Such a weird turkey, y'all. Such a super weird turkey. Yeah, that turkey is going absolutely crazy. That turkey is going super crazy. And the fact that he has not noticed us yet, he's definitely glitched out like no other. It's gonna be one for the talk of tick, I tell you. Just because you don't see that every day. All right, let's see here. How far away is he? How far away is he? Can we even get a location on him with him running around like that? He's 42 out. Oh my gosh! All right, we're gonna aim just a little low and blast him away best we can. Wanted to absolutely make sure. Oh my gosh. All right, that's one of them, guys. If we got a lung shot, then we get one of our weekly animals done. I think, was the lung shot on the female turkey, or was it? Yeah, no. Within 50 meters, lung shot. We need 12 animals like that. Normally, I'm going to shoot them from 150 if I see them far enough out in their male, because we just need one like that. But that right there, guys, is definitely a lung shot. That's the good part about the 10 gauge, is how powerful it is. It's ridiculous. That is an obliterated turkey. And we only hit him with the first shot. We'll take it. We'll take it. Wait, for real, wait, is this a... See, now it's working for whatever reason. Is this a pub? PUB. A pub. I don't know what a pub is. You mean like going out to the bar? No. Well, I'm just gonna check. That's not even what a pub is. Right, that's the wrong word. I wouldn't know. I would a little bit, I guess. All right, so we're gonna continue looking for turkey, heading toward that lake still, so we can discover a little bit more of the map and get us a stand while we're at it. I don't know where this Lone Island Lake is. Oh, well, that's clearly it. That's clearly Lone Island Lake because there's only one with an island in the middle of it. So, well, no, there's that. Okay, which one of these is Lone Island Lake? Gonna have to figure that out. You guys know? Do you guys know which one of these is Lone Island Lake? Well, hey, thank you so much for the subscribe, Xbox Gamer Girl. I appreciate it. I'm surprised it actually notified me that time, for crying out loud. Check this out, guys. It's supposed to do this every time someone multiplayer public. No, this is not multiplayer public at the moment. I am going to be, as soon as we get it organized, we are going to be hosting within the next month or two some giveaways and community events that may involve all of us hunting on multiple hosted maps. So that's going to be announced on the stream and on Discord. It is also going to be organized largely through Discord because you're going to have to send me photos, screenshots of all your kills to enter in. It's going to give you tickets for a raffle, and you're going to win prizes that way, including gift cards and or merch and things like that. That's going to be happening probably within about a month or two, like this summer. We're going to be doing that because we're just now building the Call of the Wild community that we have on the stream and on Discord. So super excited about that. But at the moment, it's mostly solo dolo. Unless y'all plan it ahead of time with me, if you want to hit me up on Discord, I plan it ahead of time and hang out with people. But yeah, if you're looking for hanging out with people on this game, we're going to have the best version of that as soon as we get all that. As soon as we get enough people to make that happen. I think you can host a maximum of like, what, 8 people per map? So we have 3 Xboxes in our home. We have 3 Xboxes in our home. So we can host 3 maps on Xbox. And if we find anybody who's willing to host it on PlayStation 5, then great, we'll do that. If not, you can just play on your own map and send us pictures of your kills, but we're going to need some way to verify that that kill took place that day. I think it says the date on the kill screen, doesn't it? If it is multiplayer or if you make one, we can help you. It can be weird sometimes, but I'm glad it showed up for you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, thank you, Gamer Girl. I appreciate that. You know, I don't really need help particularly right now with anything. I'm just, well, I might, I guess. I don't know. I'm on Xbox. Are you two? Do you two know each other? Do you two game together on this game? Do you guys like a team? You guys team up and take stuff out and Call of the Wild together, or am I just making that connection out of nowhere? If you guys know this game better than me and play together regularly, that is awesome. That is, even if you don't play together, if you know this game better than me, that's awesome. You know, I've been playing just casually for years. I've never really looked into how to do herd management, grinding, and things like that. I just looked at my first video of that not too long ago. It is way more like have to YouTube it and figure it out, you know, than I thought. Never seen. Message retracted. I don't know what you said, but no, I don't know who that is. Oh, don't. Oh my goodness. Tell me, did I not just make that super awkward? I am so sorry, guys. That's like whenever you're at church and somebody says, "Now stand up and shake somebody's hand around you," and you're like, "Oh gosh," that's exactly what that moment was like. I have no idea who this person is that we are here with right now. I'm teasing. Hopefully I create an environment where people want to talk to people on the chat. That's funny. Guys, I tell you what, I cannot breathe. Just started like yesterday or the day before. You just started yesterday, the day before on Call of the Wild period, or on grinding for like great ones and stuff. LOL. You're good out. Thank you. Now I'm gonna try to parry up. I'm joking. I'm not gonna do that. Talking to two strangers on the internet that don't know each other, probably both have boyfriends and girls. Boyfriends, significant others. Be like, hey. I'm kidding. That is a joke. That is a joke. Call of the Wild at all. Okay. Well. See, I'm the matchmaker, y'all. Just kidding. I'm joking. I gotta stop. It's entirely a joke. I don't even know what I'm saying. Anything that comes out of my mouth is just unfiltered nonsense, guys. It doesn't even make sense most of the time. So. Hey, Xbox Game Girl, Craze Case, I heard, has a great one for you. So, anyway, I got you, Craze. I'm just kidding, I'm joking. So you just started playing the other day. That's awesome. Are you on Xbox as well? Obviously, Xbox Gamer Girl is. If that is a turkey running off, I'm gonna be heartbroken. That's a decent pronghorn. It's possibly diamond. That one is not as decent. We'll take the need zone though while we're here if we don't already got it. Hey, look at that weirdness. So I don't know if you guys know, in multiplayer they have a little bit of a glitch going on right now. So when you're in single player, you can easily, if you're downwind of an animal and it's not something like a tiger or some super difficult animal, you can very easily usually get within like 10 meters of it. I go by meters because when you change from meters to yards, it doesn't change all of the measurements. Like, so for example, right here, it says this is effective up to 200 meters. If I change the in-game measurement to be yards instead of meters, I can see on my screen here that this will now be so many yards away. But then when I looked at the effective range of things, it still says meters. I don't know if they updated that or not. Obviously, whenever I hunt in real life, I use yards because I'm from America. And it's not better or worse than meters, but that's just what I'm used to. But because it doesn't actually update on the screen when it tells me how far away my calls can go and stuff like that, I don't want to have to sit there and wonder if I'm within 200 meters, if I'm at so many yards and whatnot. So there's that. Now, guys, this is supposed to be Turkey Central right here. So if they're drinking here at all. Supposed to be the southeastern part of the map. I'd say that's southeastern. And they're supposed to be drinking here between 1500 and 1630, but they might just not be here yet. Or we might be kind of moving around the area too much and making them hesitant to come on in. So we're going to wait here for a moment, use the crow call a couple times, take some cover somewhere downwind where we can see it. Probably right here in the stand. This is the perfect wind for this hunting stand. So we're going to hop in here. And we're gonna see if they show up within the next 30 minutes of the game time. I would love. This is a tall one. No, don't do that. Be small. Be small game, please. And here shortly, if there's any turkey that come here to drink, we should be seeing them. There's a turkey mating call. Wow, what is the effective range of this? 200 meters? I don't know if you guys can hear that on your end, but sometimes also one glitch they have is the turkey will sound like it's to the right or left when it's not. So certain animal noises will sound directionally off. They're not actually the direction they sound like they're coming from. And that is something that this game does struggle with at times. Hey, look at that. Guys, that is a perfect opportunity. That is an absolute perfect opportunity. Now, hold on. We're going to... It says common traveling, but he looks like he's eating. We have to shoot a male turkey from beyond 150, and we get 5 grand. So that right there is... That's 1,000% what we're going to do with that guy. Let's hop on back out. Let's go get a good look at him. We got a good win for it. If I can spot him again real quick and get Hank back on him. See, every time he calls, it sounds like he's coming directly from my right. It's clearly right in front of me. But they got a couple glitches, you guys. If you play multiplayer, and I do play on Xbox, good deal, good deal. I want to make it where everybody, PC, Xbox, and PS5, can come to the stream and play together. So I don't mind at all when someone from PS5 joins as well. But when someone is on Xbox, it does make it easier for me to join them in the future if they ever want to plan out a hunt. Feel free, guys, if you want to join that Discord. The invite code is in the chat. We got memes and reels that'll make you laugh your butt off. We got, you know, about 30 people-ish so far. We're just now starting to build it. But it's got some channels for Call of the Wild, and it's a good thing we got started. I spent so much time working on it. You guys don't have to join, like I said. It's just, I think, obviously me having made it, I'm like, oh, it's so awesome. I think it's just great. All right, feed zone. Okay. If we can get where we can see them, we can shoot them from 160 perfectly. But we're going to have to get where we can actually see them. I don't know if we're going to be able to. We're going to have to shoot them through the bush is what it's going to be. We're going to have to shoot them through the bush. So let me get to be just about 160 exactly from them, or 155, something like that. And I will, I'm going to take a shot right here at about 155. Let me flatten the grass out in front of me. If you walk over the grass, if you got time to do that. Oh no, we're gonna be pushing it. We're gonna be pushing it. See, now I got a perfect shot laying down. I'm gonna get my 22 LR out. This is a DLC weapon, but it's a very good one to have. And as soon as that turkey is done being perfectly right behind this little tree right here, we're gonna take a 150-meter shot, get that first quest done, and be on to the other turkey. Of course, he has just moved so perfectly. We have another animal right behind us. Mating, okay, mating call from a deer that is directly behind us. God dang, that turkey needs to just take a few steps left or right. Something. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Now we need to know for sure we are beyond 150. So let me make sure, because I'm shocked at how easily we will get to 150 within a few steps with them sometimes. Okay, that should be a dead turkey. It is. And that should definitely be beyond 150. If we can take out a deer right behind us real quick too, but we'll have Hank get on him. I'll put mule deer up here on the screen before I forget. I think they might have just ran though. I don't think that was a warning call. I think that was them fleeing. So, we got our first challenge done, y'all. That is to shoot a turkey beyond 150. And that is very clearly beyond 150. And all we have to do is pass the harvest check. For small game guys, all you have to do is hit them at all most of the time, and they will die unless it's like one single pellet from a shotgun. Sometimes they'll live. But if you hit them pretty much anywhere with a 22 or anywhere with some shotgun shots, you are going to get that animal if it's a class 1 animal. Even if it takes a second for it to go down. And you do not have to hit vitals. So if you guys have any questions about the game, if you're new to it and whatnot, feel free to ask. But you have to do 4 things to pass most harvest checks. 5 things if it's a certain upland game bird like a pheasant or grouse. And that is for pheasant and grouse and whatnot. You have to shoot them while they're in the air. It's considered fair chase, so you have to at least let them take off. It's not considered fair chase if they're on the ground. But yeah, so the 4 things you have to do is you have to use the right type of ammo. You can't shoot like a bunny with a 30-06. And you have to hit a vital organ. You have to shoot it no more than twice, so you get up to 2 shots, and you can still pass the harvest check. If you shoot 3 times, you ain't going to get it. And at least one of your shots have to land on a vital organ. So the only thing for class 1 animals is hitting them pretty much anywhere counts as a vital organ. For every other class 2 and above, it has to be either liver, lungs, heart, you know what I'm saying. I think spine shots might count as vitals, but I'm not completely certain on that. I think I have passed the harvest check on a spine shot before, but I could be completely wrong in making that up. 159 meters, y'all. $1,000 cash. That's another gold turkey, and we got it just right in that right lung, the top of it. Shot it a little bit high, but I was out a little far, so I was taking a high shot on purpose. That was a little bit too high, but shorter range weapons drop faster, so sometimes I compensate a little extra for those. Another thing, y'all, if you're new to the game, is if it says the effective range right here, you see right above the penetration, expansion, all that says effective range. If that says 50 instead of 75, that bullet's going to drop a lot more at 150, 200, 250, stuff like that. So don't be afraid to go to the gun range on Hirschfelden. I have actually not yet done that because I have the zeroing capability on my special active abilities or whatever. But yeah, even if you're gonna practice like 250, 300 meter shots with like a ZARS or 22 LR, then that's probably something I need to do. Probably something we all need to do. Is just go out there and practice at the gun range, sight in, zero in for 150, and then shoot targets at 250, 300, or whatever, and see where on the scope you need to shoot for that, because they do drop faster for obviously for shorter range weapons. Okay, we got some more deer right here. I'm guessing that was a drink zone that we just walked up on. But yes, I started out yesterday. It was with 0 DLCs and knowledge, and yeah, I'm probably going to save up for DLCs and stuff, especially a dog and reserves, and hopefully a gun more. Or okay, so do y'all have Xbox Ultimate Game Pass or Xbox Premium Game Pass or whatever it is? Either way, if you guys have that, if you absolutely daily play for 15 minutes, even if you just kind of like let your hunter sit there and kind of hunt nothing for 15 minutes, whatever it is, if you do that every day and you collect all your rewards and you log into your mobile app on your phone every single day, you know, stuff like that, okay, you will get. We got a solo mule deer here from 15 to 1800. That's actually exactly who we just spooked, and he's probably decent. Let's see where his tracks went. See how big he is. We can track his weight. He's not that big. But if you guys, the best thing to do, y'all, is I just bought 2 DLCs before I jumped in. I bought the feeder pack for both. I bought the number 1 feeder pack and number 2 feeder pack. They just came out with those within like a year or something ago. I haven't even known that they came out with those actually. But I bought 2 DLCs and I still have like, you know, nearly $20 of Xbox money because of the Xbox rewards program. So you can get yourself, if you do the Xbox mobile app and you play 15 minutes a day and you absolutely claim those rewards and get your consecutive daily bonuses and your consecutive weekly bonuses, you can get about $10 a month easily. You can get about $10 a month easily from Xbox Game Pass rewards, and they give you free gift cards that you can redeem right there from your Xbox that don't require you typing in a number. You don't have to have the code. It just puts $10, $25 worth of money onto your account. And I use that to buy all of the DLCs from this game. I can go buy whatever map I want right now because I still got nearly $20 left over. You know, I could buy a couple maps and a new pack of guns. You know, just because you know, I get it for free. I just pair that rewards system with DLC content because they make the DLC content so worth buying on here for so little money. All right, guys. We don't have no more turkey right here at the moment, so we're gonna take this guy out real quickly. He's not some big guy, so you know, not gonna be super duper duper crazy about it. But we're gonna shoot a little. We're just gonna come up here, get a little closer, and shoot high at 150. I'm not gonna sight in. I'm not going to go all the way out there and try to make some 300-meter shot out of it. Let me go ahead and get... whoa, nope. What in the world? Did you see that? I'm going to get a hollow point actually out for this one. How do I do that? I didn't know about that. I play more than 7 or 8 hours a day. So basically, click Xbox, right? And then it'll pop up a notification here and it says rewards. I have some right now from playing. Since I've been on for about an hour, 15 minutes into it, I got rewards. So about 45 minutes ago. Just click on it. And then it'll claim your points. I have 3,000 points built back up. Every 10,000 points, 9,500 points, you get $10. Every 25,000 points or whatever it is, you get, or 20,000 points, you get a $25 gift card. It's worth it to save up for the $25 gift card. It's very much worth it to do that. He's going down. He's going down. He should be. That was a well-placed shot. I thought that was a well-placed shot. He's definitely hurt. I definitely shot him right behind his freaking... what in the world? How is he not bleeding more? I definitely shot him right behind The up and down could have been off a little bit, but the wind is coming straight at me, so that shouldn't change the left and right. And the left and right placement was good too, so I have no idea why in the world that guy would not be dying. That was a hollow point shot right behind his elbow. That should have been perfect. That absolutely should have been a perfect shot. You know, I've made some iffy shots, but that one should have been it. I really feel like. Guys, I am going right over to the other room to grab an ice pack for my neck. Don't go anywhere if you don't want to, because I'm not going to be gone long. I'm gonna let Mecha Neck kind of take over for me a little bit right here, if I can find it. Here we go. I'm in the wrong folder. Sorry, guys. But I'm gonna let Camo Mecha take over for me for just a second to let y'all know I'm just going to the other room. I gotta get an ice pack for my neck. Got some final stuff, and I'll be right back. All right, we are back. I'm gonna have to change pillows. So you guys, I've had 6 surgeries in the last, or sorry, in a 4-year time span. Probably about to have a 7th and 8th this summer. 5 surgeries have actually caused me, or 1 surgery caused me iatrogenic doctor-made health problems. For the first, they left me with a chronic infection in my head after a surgery, and then they tried to just ignore me and ghost me. Guys, doctors are pieces of crap. I'll tell you that. Most doctors are absolute pieces of crap. They'll sit there and act like the best people ever, but if they screw up and screwed your whole life up, they won't say sorry. They won't acknowledge that they did it. They won't settle for it. They won't even apologize, even without settling for nothing. They will sit there and ghost you and tell you that it's in your head. You know, and I got a chronic infection in my head from my first failed surgery, one of my first surgeries ever. Led to 4 follow-up surgeries trying to correct the chronic infection that it left throughout all different insides of my head. Could have turned into meningitis, you know, but didn't. That's rare, so I'm not saying it was right on the verge of it either. But that's why I'm short of breath. It's because they messed up with my breathing apparatus. They messed up the breathing apparatus in my freaking face. What is G for achievements? So with regular Game Pass, okay, hold up. So I only have 177 points, and I've been playing for over a month. Well, so the thing is, if you don't click on the points, you don't get them. That's the thing is, if you don't click on that notification to say claim your points, you won't get them. So you play all day, every day, you won't get no points. You have to click on them to claim them. With regular Game Pass, what is G for achievements? G for achievements is just game points, like gamer points. So for me, for example, if I can pull it up right here, my reward points are 3463 right now because I just spent like 20,000 of them. But G up on the top is just your achievement points. So like if you see that bling, and it pops up and said what the name of your achievement was in that game, it's basically just, you know, it's not really, I guess kind of, you could call it bragging rights. It's not something people really brag about, but it's just a score, basically. It's not a reward system. The G points are just a score for unlocking achievements. If you go to a game on your profile, you can see and look up all the achievements in the game. Some of them are very hard to get, some of them are less hard, but that's that. But yeah, absolutely. You have to click on the points or you don't get them. So if you don't, the notifications even say that though. If you download the Xbox app on your phone, it'll say you got points. Get them before they're gone. That's what it'll say. It'll say grab them before they're gone. And so if you just make sure whenever that notification pops up, absolutely click on it. The easiest thing to do is be like, oh, I'll get it in a minute, and then you'll forget. Just click on it, whether it's on the Xbox app on your mobile device, whether it's on the Xbox while you're gaming. Every time it pops up, click on it. And if you do that, you will get at least around $10 a month or every month and a half. It depends on how many points you accumulate. But you can buy. I can buy my way monthly through every DLC in this game for free that way.
What do they do? The gamer points do nothing. You can't. It's just a score. It's just like if you're playing a ping pong game or like a ping pong machine, and it just said what your high score is. It's just a score, like your score as a gamer. How many different games have you played? How many different achievements have you unlocked and beaten in different games? It's just a score representing how much you game. Basically, it's not. They don't do nothing. They're not a reward. They're just a. Well, that sucks. Over 5,000 game points. Yep. I don't remember what I got. Was it 25, something like that? But the thing is they're really not worth nothing. So I wouldn't look too far in it. You could have somebody be the best gamer in the world and have less than 1,000 gamer points because they only ever play one game and they don't ever do any achievements. So the gamer points, they're nice. They will give you an idea. If you see somebody with 100,000 gamer points, that person probably knows what they're doing. But they're really not that important though. But we do get free money from Xbox every month just for having Game Pass. So I mean, I'm definitely going to take that. The biggest thing is just not being consistent enough to actually. Oh, excuse me, guys. Honey, if you're seeing this, I'm going to text you back in just a second. Let me get started on this next hunt. I got to look up. See, it sounds like he's over here, but he's not. The distance on it is wrong. So we need to get. First of all, we need to claim our first challenge for 4 grand. So there we go. So that's $5,000 worth of turkey for just one shot. We won't complain about that. That's a good challenge. And we got one of the weeklies done within 50. And now we can double up on these challenges. If we get within 50 and lung shot a female with a bow, then we will get both challenges. We'll get credit for both of those. So that's exactly what we're going to do, actually. Let me go over here, get Miriam Turkey back on the screen. Myself back a little bit. We do have a lot of spinal and breathing problems, guys. I have a little. Sometimes I struggle with my memory too, but we make it work. So just please don't think I'm trying to huff and puff and make it look bad. It's just it's what it is. A lot of it has to do with my body's inability to really deal with basic allergens now that wouldn't normally do something this severe, but now the slightest bit of pollen in the air or something like that, and then all of a sudden I'm suffocating. Or dryness. It's mostly dryness and the sensory nerves in your head that actually tell you you're breathing. They're actually not located in your lungs. You have sensory nerves in your lungs, but the sensory nerves that stimulate the brain and say, hey, I just took a breath of air, those are actually located in your nose, and these things called turbinates, also known as concha. Concha is an older term for them. They're bony structures that stick out and are, they detect pressure of air that pushes against them. They detect temperature and pressure and tell your brain when you're breathing. And unfortunately, doctors like to mess around with those too easily. Older doctors do, and they cause people to have this little thing called empty nose syndrome, similar to dry nose syndrome. Some people consider them to be the same. Some people don't. I don't think doctors consider them to be exactly the same. But so yeah, they cut into that part of me 4 times, twice on each inferior terminal. Yeah, 3 on each side, inferior, middle, and superior. And they cut into the bottom ones, the biggest ones twice. Reduce the biggest ones twice on each side, like it's no big deal. Don't worry, it won't be no problem. It caused me basically to permanently suffocate. Not that I'm actually suffocating per se, but my brain thinks I am, so then it makes me automatically breathe too much because you can't always be aware of how much you're breathing. It's autonomic, and so then that causes me to actually drop oxygen levels because I have hyperventilation symptoms. So then it feeds into itself, which is crazy. But you'll see some days, guys, where I might sound a little huffy and puffy. I'm sorry if that's a little bothersome. Hopefully it's not too bad for people. It's not always the worst. They do have me on medication as well, different medications to help with my spinal operation that they did not too long ago. that also can help with nerve pain and things like that, and it can actually benefit the breeding situation temporarily, but long term can actually be not preferable for treating it. So we're in a sticky situation. We're going to Ohio this summer. We're having to go to Ohio this summer for experimental shots and adipose injections and things like that. But I only say that because if you see me like look at the weird thing is, and like probably obviously people don't think it as much looking at me on a video game or something like that, but in person people are like, well, you look fine. I'm like, oh, let me fix that. Oh God! It's like, what the hell do you mean I look fine? Do you stream every day? Yeah, I have my schedule on the Purple platform. Y'all know which one I'm talking about. The purple one, purple at the itch, and so I have that one. I have my schedule on that one. I don't yet have my schedule on the red one, the tube that y'all are on. Because there's no way to I haven't learned how to do it yet on that platform. So I'm not saying you guys need to watch me on a different platform. You watch me on the tube all you want. But the schedule is out currently. I schedule streams twice a day, about 2 to 3 hours a piece, because I can't really do 5-6 hours straight. Yeah, and so I schedule them twice a day, Tuesday through Friday, once a day on Saturday, and then on Saturday evening and Sunday I game whenever I want. Mondays is the only day that I'm not on as often, and that has a lot to do with me just working on the stream all day, and I have wrist problems. I have ligament and tendon issues going on. Well, my birthday is coming up in 5 months, so I'll probably get a dog and multi-class pack for the Richardson 500 second best gun. Then either a scope pack or one of the modern rifle packs or a reserve. The modern rifle pack is really, really great. I love that. The high-tech pack is really, really great. Love those. We are going to spray down. They do have weak smell, but they do still have smell. And they're going to sense us if we move. They're going to sense us. They're mostly probably ticked off at Hank right now, because we are laying down and they can't smell good enough. So. But yeah, guys, my schedule's out on that. We do Call of the Wild twice on Wednesdays for Call of the Wild Wednesday. We do it other days when we feel like, but that's about it. Fleeing! No. Alert. We need to get within 50. If we do that, we can get 2 of the challenges done, or 2 of the challenges more partly done. We're close to 50. We're really close to 50 on some of them. Alert. So they have great movement vision, and so when you're sitting still, obviously it's not the same, but they can get spooked from you crawling, guys. A half stick crawl, like what I'm doing right here, where you have nothing but that straight line on the bottom, where you would think that you should be good to go. That guy's within 50, or that chick. So if we can lung shot her, right about 40, we'd be doing very well. Oh wow, that one's gonna flee. Alert. Okay, we're getting ready to switch. Hopefully we can hit a lung shot right here. Nope, that's a bad shot. That's a really bad shot. She's gonna die, but that's not a lung shot. It's not a bad shot for trying to kill her. I was trying to get that left lung of hers while she was turning away. Oh God, I didn't expect them to not flee already. I for sure thought they would have fled. All right, we're gonna wait, let them cool down for a minute. We're not gonna move at all, really. We're just gonna sit right here and see how that goes. I just need a gun DLC for the actual gun that I can kill. I can't even kill a whitetail. Your 243 can kill a whitetail. You start the game with a 243, and a 243 kills class 2 through 6 whitetail or class 4. So your 243 can kill him. You can get you can get free bullets for that, and there's free guns also in the shop. So you can get a Sunberg 454 revolver that can kill class 7 through 9 animals or 6 through 9 animals. That's for free in the shop as well, or it was whenever I was downloading the game. It might not be for free now, but it was. There's free guns in the shop, but your 243 that you start with does whitetail. Yeah, don't buy DLC just to kill whitetail. That your 243 could easily put down a whitetail. 243 does 2 through 6. The hollow points are free, but you have to hit a broadside shot with the hollow point. If you still want to use a 243 and put down a whitetail, then you just need to make sure if you're going to shoot them from the chest or from behind and you're not going to get like a broadside, good facing shot. Well, hey, never wrong. What's going on? Thank you so much for that raid. Thank you so much. That is awesome. Appreciate that very much, guys. Welcome to Call of the Wild Wednesday. I'm a little huffy puffy today, a little short of breath. Please forgive me, but welcome. But yeah, craze. Yeah, absolutely. Going on summer break this Friday. There you go. There you go. But yeah, if you're not putting them down with a 243, you can pass the harvest check with 243. You just need to put a polymer tip on there and get more penetration is all it is. Are you using soft or polymer point? I carry, oh yeah, that's Gamer Girl asking him if he's using soft or polymer. You have to use polymer if you're not getting the penetration. If you shoot him right behind the armpit broadside, you will get enough penetration on a hollow point. I will say this, everybody, do not buy the 7mm. I've said that a billion times. You have the 7mm is supposed to be able to kill class 7 through 9. It can't even put a moose down even on a perfect broadside shot with a hollow point because the penetration is lacking too much. So don't think that just because it says it has good penetration that it does. They're not always accurate. They might have fixed it, but the 7mm Empress or whatever the other 7mm Magnus or whatever it is, that gun is one you're going to want to buy it because it's a rifle with a 150 meter effective range that can kill class 9 animals. But if you do get it, guys, you have to use polymer tips, and you're not going to get good penetration. Even a polymer tip in the chest might not get through. Yeah, the 243 isn't killing a black or whitetail. I just want DLC gun, all animals, and I'm using polymer tip. If the 243, I can show you here right now, and I don't mean that to be hateful or stubborn either. 243 absolutely will kill even a bear. Even a bear. Well, no, sorry, not a bear. Bear class 7. What was it? The Stradivarius kills class 7. But no, we can grab the 243 and put down a muley with it right now if we want. But if it's not killing them, then it's and I hate to say this, I don't mean this in a bad way, but it's definitely shot placement. It's got to be shot placement or polymer tip. You definitely want to be using a polymer tip. Oh, you're using a poly tip. That's very strange. That is very strange. Something's weird about that. It could be, I know what it is. I'll tell you 90% what it is. It is shot placement, not because of where you're putting your scope, but because you're zeroing distance. So check this out. If you go here to perks, you go to rifles, go over here, okay? Use your different abilities with this. Zeroing, right there. That is the first ability you need to unlock for a rifle. That is one. If you are shooting an animal with the 243, it's a class 4 animal, whitetail are, right? I put them down with the two. It is absolutely distance because it's not hitting a vital. That's exactly what it is. I use a 243 to hunt class 6 animals, and so I guarantee what it is distance. So the two things you can do to fix that. Number one, you can get the zeroing perk where you can actively zero in, just like this. This is a Maraude. It's not a 243, but you click right bumper on the, or for Xbox, it's an R1, and on the bottom right of the screen, you can choose what distance you want to sight in for. That'll make it where you hit where you're aiming. If you don't want to use the zeroing distance and you want to save your perk points, then what you got to do is you got to go to the Hirschfelden gun range. Hirschfelden is a free map, just like Layton that you start with. Take your gun to the gun range and shoot the targets at the gun range just with no zeroing at all and see where on the scope you have to aim. Where are you zeroed in for? I think it's automatically zeroed in for like 75 or 150. I think it might be already zeroed in for 150. I don't know what the distance is that they automatically have it zeroed in, but 1000%. And do not listen to me tell you that and think I'm saying not to get the DLC. The DLCs will help you. They will if you get them and use them for what they're intended for. But if you're hitting a polymer tip shot on a class 4 animal with a gun that kills up to class 6 animals, it is 100% shot placement. And that doesn't mean you're placing it wrong. It means that your scope is zeroed in and it's throwing off your shot. That's what it is. But enough of that. Enough of that. You're probably going to think I'm picking on you or something like that. Please don't think I'm picking on you. I'm trying to tell you things that I think might help you, because something's up with that. Something's up with that really bad, and it's not a lack of power on the rifle. So a stronger rifle, you know, might put him down, but you still might not pass the harvest check that way. But yeah, don't think we're trying to correct you in some sort of, you know, bad way or something like that. I hope that I'm trying to help, you know, and I really hope it doesn't come across as being rude or something, or picky. But yeah, that 243, it can put him down. I'll tell you what, we'll probably just go ahead and get the 243 right now, and I'll put down a muley with it if I find one. We might not find one, you know, but you know, we'll switch out the Maradi and get us a Ranger 243. This kills class 2 through 6. Oh, it's heavier. I forgot. The 243 is heavier than the Stradivarius. I need a half pound less weight. I need a half pound less weight. We'll put up the freaking night vision scope. Or we'll keep the night vision scope for the rifles out. We'll actually get rid of the night vision bindings. How about that? That'll give us room for the 243. And I'm not saying this just to prove you wrong either. It is a good gun to carry around, depending on what animal you're shooting. If you're shooting a class 2 or 3 animal, it is the best 2 or 3 gun in the game. If you're shooting, hey, what's going on, TNT Duos collab this weekend? I am so excited. I am so super excited, y'all. We got May 23rd this Saturday. We have been invited to a collab. Summer Kimchi invited us to a big collab on some Battlefield 6 Red Sec duos this Saturday, guys. If I could ever talk you into being there, that would be the time. That is something I'm super stoked about. Merlin, hey, what's going on? How is Merlin doing? Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I have my viewer thing turned off. I can't tell when people are here when they're not. I just talk away. Well, hello, I'm talking to you. Well, hello to you too, Peanut. I am so sorry. Sometimes it takes a second, bro, Chacho. Sometimes I don't mean that to be hateful, but God dang, they said hello 2 minutes ago. I'm not trying to be hateful. That's you know, I mean, I got 2 different screens I have to look at for chats. So, God dang. I'm not trying to crack some bad jokes about that, but hello, I'm talking to you. God dang, I'm giving you a hard time. Oh my God. It is the distance, because the thing is, like, I'm 20 or 35 meters away and it hits and they run over 400. Yeah, yep. I would want a great one Barasinga. I'm definitely not here. So, Peanut, I don't mean this to be hateful, but if you're going to hop on the chat to be like, hey, I'm talking to you, give me a great one. I have never spoken like this to a viewer in my life. This sounds so hateful. But I got over here on the tube, guys, I got someone who's like, hey, I'm talking to you. I want a great one. Bear sing it. Bro, Chacho, I love you to death as a person, man. I hope you enjoy the stream. You're having a good day. We are not here to do trading. I don't do trading or just to give people animals because they think that I'm good at the game because I'm streaming it. I don't mean that to be hateful, but if you're gonna be a little rude, then you know I love you. This isn't the stream for impatience and things like that. We're trying to keep it positive environment. I stream this because I want to. I'm a gunsmith in real life, and that is right up my alley. Yes, Merlin. So we do Call of the Wild Wednesdays. Right now, we are hunting Silver Ridge Peaks. They got black bear, Miriam turkey, mountain goat, mule deer, plains bison, pronghorn, mountain lions, mountain goat, Rocky Mountain elk, Rocky Mountain bighorn sheep, all sorts of stuff. And we are in the process of getting us some turkey. I'm gonna have to reset the time actually. So let me go here. I'm gonna have to go to the cabin, y'all, and reset. Lonely Island Lake, Silver Ridge Peaks. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to set the time to about 1500. And we're going to have to figure out where Lonely Island A Lone Island. How to put a tent on Lone Island, Silver Ridge Peaks. There's a way you can put a tent on Lone Island, Silver Ridge Peaks. That's insane. Where is Lone Island, Silver Ridge Peaks? On Silver Ridge Peaks, where is that? Okay, so it has a house right next to it. So guys, we're looking for a lake with a road that goes right to it. It has a house basically right on the lake, and there's an island on it. So there's a road that curves about around the bottom left up to the side, splits off to the left and right, and the one that splits off on the left has a house on it, and that is evidently that's this right here. This is the lake we're going for, so we're gonna hop on an ATV, go there, and start getting some turkey. I know there are no bears saying a great one, but I would want it as the next great one. Oh, gotcha. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, bro, Chacho. I have people on here hop on. So when it started with, yo, you're not, I'm talking to you. You know, I'm teasing. Whenever it started like that, and then you said great one, I was like, I thought you were saying something different. I apologize. I do have people hop on here, guys, or they'll go into the Discord, and I don't mind it. You know, I'm not saying it's like, you know, something that really pissed me off or something. They'll be like, hey, yo, help me get an animal. And I'm like, guys, I suck at this game. Yeah, I know I stream it, but guys, I suck at this game. Like, I play this game for fun. I don't grind. This is, if you're looking for the sweatiest, like, absolutely grinding 50 million great ones in my Seika log, you have a Seika log. If you're looking for grinding the absolute best out of 50 million great ones, guys, I don't do great one grinds yet. I don't do great one grinds yet. I hunt what I want to, kind of thing. Merlin, you're a gunsmith in real life. That is absolutely crazy. That is absolutely crazy. This is a great game, bro, Chacho. I love this game. Peanut, what's your favorite great one you killed? If you haven't killed one, then it's okay. If you're talking to me and not Xbox Gamer Girl, I have not done any great one grinds. I'm actually about to start doing all of the grinds because I've never done it. I've never bothered to. I've just hunted whatever the heck I felt like. And for me, this was my getaway version of real life hunting. I had a spinal surgery last year. Last year was my second season ever with a license hunting. I've gone out hunting as an apprentice, but never got anything. I got one deer my first year with my license a couple years ago. And last year I got, you know, binoculars. I got all the stuff, guys, to go out hunting. And I had a spinal operation because I have some spinal issues from a cage fight that I did. And I'm not trying to brag about that, but I did a day cage fight. I've been training for a while. I wanted to learn how to defend myself. And I wanted to know actual defense. You got to actually fight somebody who's not really hurt you. You know, and someone who's good at it. So I'll fight a trained fighter. I fought a guy who's been training for 6 years in Dallas, Texas. So like, pretty nice to win. And I won. You know, I had a good coach. And I worked out. But anyway, I have spinal issues. I had 2 discs replaced, all the discs replaced last August, and Not sure. I've been trying to set up for board, but I've been doing. Oh, there we go. He's talking. I don't know if you're talking to both of us, one of us, or what. I'm grinding bears because I'm about to have 100 diamonds, so I thought about making 100 like the first one was. Hey, there we go. Running into things here. Okay, we need to go north. Yeah. Guys, oh my god. Struggling. Merlin, how have you been, my friend? You got a good stream or out there? Is this the same Merlin? I believe it was Merlin. Thank you so much for that raid, TNT. I'm so thankful for that. I know I've been that earlier, but that just makes my life feel better. Bears are fun. I've shot brown bear on red tiger and black bear on I've yet to go for a grizzly, you know, a real grizzly bear. I don't know enough about bears in real life. I thought people called brown bears and grizzlies the same thing. I thought grizzlies call them all brown bears, all grizzly. I'm not sure which one it is. Rocky Mountain elk, got 5 of them eating right there. That's good. And when I reach 10 great ones, I would make my 2 great ones with fallow deer like my first great one. There you go. There you go. You might be able to help with driving. You might know how to drive it because I'm not even good at it at all. You have to feel like it. We do have a Discord that has a few dedicated ones to our Call of the Wild category and stuff like this. It's just there for people who want to, you know, share what they're getting, you know. It's a very new Discord, so we got about, what, maybe 30 people in it, but it's pinned at the top of both tracks, so y'all want to join it. That guy didn't run much, y'all. Fallow deer discs in my neck. You know, if they say there's really no serious risk to it, then fine, I'll shoot a gun. But if there is like a really big risk to it being super damaging or unlodging the discs or the screws that are screwed into my vertebrae holding my spine together, then yeah, I could really F myself up permanently in a way that doctors can't find. Because doctors finding things nowadays is a joke, guys. They'll find something that's not wrong and fix it and give you problems, or they'll not find something when there is a real problem. They'll do that 90% of the time. I have multiple iatrogenic conditions that are hugely debilitating. Iatrogenic meaning, you know, the doctors gave it to me. I have yet to have a doctor fix any of my health issues, and I have gained about 2, 3, 4 different iatrogenic conditions. Chronic pressure in my head from an infection, chronic shortness of breath from drilling, you know, reducing the turbinate of breathing. Self-pitiful, you know, pitying myself and whatnot. But we got a neurologist appointment with a spinal neurologist who specializes in revising failed artificial disc replacement surgeries. So we actually have an appointment with him next week. And he specializes in fixing this. I used to sit there and do every recreational sport I could get my hands on, including mixed like MMA fighting and stuff like that. I only did one official fight. That's how I ended up injuring the discs in my neck. But that's also probably collective damage over the years of playing football and getting rear-ended at a highway at a dead stop, and all that stuff. I don't know at what point the discs actually got completely obliterated, but they did. But yeah, we're gonna get it fixed. It's just taking some time. I mostly gripe about that stuff, y'all, to let y'all know, do not just go to a doctor and beg for their help. I'll tell you this, which is going to sound so bad. Dana White said the same thing. You know, Dana White said the same thing. He's like, I won't go to a doctor. He's like, there's some things you have to go to a doctor for. If you get in a car wreck and you have a punctured lung, or you got a broken leg or whatever, he's like, if you're going to die, you go to the doctor. If it's something really bad, right? You know, you have something seriously wrong, you might have to go to the doctor. But if you don't have to go to the doctor, just don't go. I think she meant about how the animal. Oh. Well, no, I meant about the health issues. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm sorry that you're going through all that. Peanut's joking. I'm getting it. It took me a while to catch on to that. Peanut must be joking. I'm sorry that you're going through all that. Talking to the animals that aren't in the chat. Banivator. We got a Banivator over here on the purple app. Let's get rid of that one. Get on out of here. Get on out of my chat. All right, let's get this up. Let's see if we have any other spots. They said that there is a way to get a tent onto the island. And guys, I'm halfway tempted to figure that out right now. Actually, I'm halfway tempted to figure that out right now, but we might worry about that some other time. I want to get at least 6 things up and stop plowing through everything so goddamn fast. There's another house just right here that I didn't go to, for crying out loud. All right, guys, we're going to go to that house. I hate to say it. We are absolutely going to go to that house. We have to. We have to. I'm not going to do it after we reset the time. After we get this last house, y'all, we're resetting the time to 1500, and we're going to get some more turkey and get the hunting back to going. Oops, maybe I was wrong. Hope she recovers. Okay, he's just being kind of sarcastic. So, yeah, we're gonna leave that be. We're gonna leave that be. If you know, at this point, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to act like they're not being rude. You know, I mean, hopping in the channel and sit there and say, "Hey, yo, I'm talking to you," and then purposely acting like that. You know, so if you are being toxic, go ahead and say cut that out, because it's not entertaining to me. I don't mean to be hateful, but it's not entertaining to me. We can just get rid of you if that's going to be how it is. I do have people act like that, guys, and not just like this. This could be me misinterpreting it, and I'm sorry if it is. But if you're just here to cause trouble, I do have people jump on here to very clearly do that, and there are a lot of people like that. So if that's what's going on, then we'll just we'll handle it accordingly. You know. Yeah, really. You know. I hope she recovers after telling me that you hope that I, after me talk about my health issues. My first great one, fallow deer. Honestly, you know, at this point, I don't think that it's anything but wanting to talk to Xbox gamer girl and then kind of be sarcastic or be kind of smart butt to me. So, yeah. They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. You know, and I hate to do that, guys, but I think that person was very much not being nice to me. They started the whole conversation with, "Yo, I'm talking to you," and then started acting, super talkative and nice to gamer girl, but then kind of being a little toxic and sarcastic. But whenever I mention my health issues, and I'm not doing that for attention, I'm just, my name's Mechaneck on the channel. People who don't know why, I don't want it to look like I'm sitting here faking it. I feel like people think I'm faking it too much, which is probably why I explain it so much. But if they're going to sit there and be toxic about my health issues, even if it's in a super kind of sarcastic way, and maybe I picked that the wrong way, but I don't think so. That person was being rude. If you hop onto the stream chat and you give me 90 seconds, say, "Hey, I'm talking to you," that means acting like that. I have a low tolerance for that, y'all. That one was really hard to break with. That one was very well. so bad, and that's not right. That's not right. But I want to do it. I want to whoop them so bad. I might have one boring fight under my belt, but I've spent years in the gym. I know how to do it. You know, and so I ain't. If it wasn't for the artificial disc in my neck, I'd be very much probably a more aggressive person. But probably a good thing, because I don't believe in acting that way. I'm not condoning it. I'm not endorsing it, even if I'm like that. If I struggle with being like that. But even while learning to fight, I have been way more respectful to all the other people to me than how people were to me. I am always the person getting disrespected 99% of the time. And that was whenever I was in the best shape of my life, fighting better than most people ever do at my early history with fighting. Let's see here. We're gonna say like 525 or something like that, maybe 1530, because they're there until something. But I appreciate that, gamer girl. I appreciate your kindness. Let me get my trophies pulled up here. I got a list of my trophies on here. We're going to pull that up. That way, if we get a really good turkey, we're going to know what to do with it. And then also we're going to make sure we look at the time. And that is from, once again, 1500. So we probably want to go to... Their drinking time is only for an hour and a half. That doesn't make much sense to me. Let's say Silver Ridge Peaks. Miriam turkey drink times. If it's only an hour and a half, then we're going to have to just do 1500, because I'm not going to go to 1600 and then be there for what is quite literally less than 10 real minutes. Wow, following map updates, the water needs were removed and they now operate on a schedule of resting and feed zones throughout the day. So Turkey no longer have drinking zones. They have resting zones and they have all that. So all that information I just looked up is completely outdated. All right. So if they don't have any drinking zones and the best way to get them is to get them during their drink time, then we're definitely not going to be able to do that. So the next best way is going to be, we did all this for that. That's crazy. We are going to go to 1500, y'all, and just see what pops up here, because we just got to this lake. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, gamer girl. I don't know why people have to be real like that. Was kind of ridiculous. Yeah. Well, I think it's funny too when you see them crushing on a girl that's in the chat like that. Because if he's hopping in here to be that toxic, and then he just won't shut up about all of his great ones and what he likes to do and how good he is at the game, and he's being super nice to the gamer girl chat name in there, but then he's talking crap to the streamer. He's not watching the streamer. He's not here for the streamer, right? And I'm not saying I'm, you know, some big shot or something like that. I'm the streamer. I don't mean it to sound like that, but he was purely just here to act toxic and superior and stuff like that. It's crazy. Crazy. We're going to get one of these sheep, that's for sure. But we need some turkey, y'all. We need some turkey for sure. So, as we're going to grab one of these real quick while we're here, because we just did all this just to get this lake. So we're not going to get nothing at this lake before we go. But then we're going to be back on the turkey hunt. We need to get, what is it? 3 more females with a crossbow, and preferably hitting the one within 50. And that'll get us to a total of 4 out of 9 for the weekly challenge, and the second daily challenge will be Dunskies. We can also sneak up on these sheep. We can absolutely sneak up on these sheep. 171, so if I don't see a really good one, which 196 is where diamond is. If I don't see a really good one, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the worst one and kill it, and hopefully a better one will spawn. So 136, 177, 171. What the heck was that? We got some more right here next to us. Okay. Let's go spot these before they stop drinking. But yeah, y'all, I probably talk about that stuff way too deeply, but I tell you what, it is super hard, y'all. I mostly do just to explain my lack of tolerance, or I don't want people to think that I'm just sitting here being intolerant for no reason. I try to be as tolerant as I can. see here. I feel bad that he did. Well, don't you feel bad about that at all. Don't you feel bad about that at all. I appreciate you. I probably am looping way too long about it. I just don't want people to think that I'm being super hateful. But we are going to move on with having a good day. That's what we're going to do. We are going to move on with having an absolutely great day. So we're reaching the 2-hour mark on the stream. I can keep it going a little bit longer. Probably going to need some heat for my neck. But let's see here. That's a pretty bad one, so we'll probably take him out while we're here. He's not even, he might be dang near bronze as a male. That's ridiculous. He's doing pretty bad. So if we can lung shot that one within 50, we'll be doing great. I don't think that there is a call for Rocky Mountain Bighorn Sheep, so I'm probably just going to have Hank lay down. And their abilities are excellent sense of vision and hearing, so we're going to have to be very careful. But they should be calm now. Yep. Yeah, we're going to get within 50, take him out with a lung shot, and call it a day. No, don't do that. It's glitching out on me. God dang it. Right, there we go. Thank you for laying down, Hank. The dog whistles in the game, guys, the animals cannot hear, obviously, but the other whistles they can. Got about 24 more meters to go, but they're perfectly calm. We've got a great wind, so this is going to be an easy kill. This is the perfect angle to get a lung shot on them because we got that quartering away, but still very much wide angled shot. So we have a good chance of getting 2 lungs on them, but certainly a good chance of getting at least one of them. Within 50. We're certainly going to get within 50. Completely calm. That's good. That's good. I'm going to try and get closer than 50. I'm going to try and get right at 40 because the bow sights in for 20, 40, 60. And that's going to make it a much easier shot. I might be able to get even closer to make sure that I get that lung shot. If he's completely calm and there for a minute, there's no point in not doing that. They got excellent sensitive vision, and we do have some visibility going on here. You can see that half circle means that we are less camoed than normal, less hidden than normal. But they're not even really seeming to care. What I don't want is to push this so far that I actually end up causing him to turn around. Because then I won't keep that same shot. Even if he does keep drinking, he's going to take some steps forward, backward, turn around. He's going to change that shot completely. So we're going to see about getting right up here. 25. There we go. We'll take that shot right there. That's a good shot right there. We'll take that right there. We will use the rangefinder sight. We'll do that right there to see exactly where we need to shoot. And that should be a double lung, if not liver, double lung, all that, because it was a little far back. Okay. We're going to sit still for a minute, because all we have to do is get a lung shot on this chick within 50 meters, and that's another one on the weekly challenge for $12,000. So we're going to get a lot of this done. With the bow, guys, we've cleared whole groups. We've cleared whole need zones with like 5, 6 animals on it, because the bow is just so awesome. Not Thank you very much, Gamer Girl. I do have my Fox Pro 360 electronic collar, so if we don't spook this girl away, we can actually call her straight to us as well. I'll go ahead and spray down for that. And I'll tell you what's more is I'll even have Hank get on the job. Oh, God dang it. God dang it. I sneezed and I forgot to turn it back on. Thank you very much, Gamer Girl. No worries at all. We got the sheep. We got the doe right next to the sheep. I don't know why I'm jumping so much. I feel like I'm in Fortnite or something maybe. He's up there. So we got 3 of our 9 within 50. Lung shot right there from 28,000 bucks. We'll take it. All right, lung shot right there. Double lung shot right there from 22. 900 bucks. We'll take it. That's going to be 3 out of 9. We're going to have 4 out of 9 up here. By golly, we don't even need Hank to help us out with tracking on this one. Which we normally shouldn't, but still. Thank you. I do that sometimes. Sometimes also the software reassigns the mic without telling me to the webcam microphone. That's not good because then whenever I'm on like personal phone calls or saying things that I cannot say on the stream, that can potentially happen. You know, it almost happened earlier. Thankfully, what they called and said didn't reveal any information. So they called me about selling an old gaming computer that broke, and they said we can't buy it. It's very old, uses DD3. It's just not even worth buying. And I was like, that's fine. We bought it from somebody used, and it putted out within 2 weeks of owning it. I thought, heck, maybe we'll get 20 bucks for it. They said, nope. That is too old. We ain't buying that. All right, guys, back to the turkey. So what wind do we got? We got a nice west wind. That'll be right here. We're actually gonna go. You're probably right here. Who knows? Who knows? We might go. We could do any of these. We could do any of these. So we'll probably go right here, head north, use that crosswind, see if we get any turkey, and then we'll get up to about right here and cut straight across and see what turkey we run into. So let's go ahead and get that started because we need 3 more female turkey. Oh, 3 more females. Oh, I gotta change right here. I'm gonna change neck position. What other maps do I have? We got the freebies, obviously, with Leighton Lake and Hirschfelden, but we also have Emerald Coast, Sunder Patan. We have Salzweisen. We have Silver Ridge. We got Mississippi Acres that we've hunted one time. What else? What else do we got? I got the money to buy 2 or 3 more, but I just haven't made up my mind as to which one I'm getting yet. And I'm trying to think what the other ones might be. My wife has Savannah, and so she can host me on that. What else? What else? What else? That might be it. Yeah, Emerald Coast, Mississippi, Sunder Patan, Southwest. Yeah, we like them though. We like them. I don't do what I used to enough where I get a map and I just immediately go get all of the lookouts and all of the outposts. I'm going to be doing that sometime, but that's more of like not streaming stuff, and I'm so busy right now that if I'm gaming, I need to be streaming, but I can only stream so much anyway. Let's see here. All right. There we go. All right, all right. Nice. I enjoy Teowara and Revonti a lot. I have not tried Revontuli, however you say it. I have not tried that one. I've heard good things about them, and I think there is a grind for a great one on one of this. I think Revontuli, maybe. I think I heard has a grind. Is that one that has the mule deer on it? There's mule deer on this one. I might be wrong about that, but there's mule deer on this one, but there's not like great one on this one. You're not going to probably find a great one very easily on this one. If you're going to grind out a mule deer, it's probably going to be on Revontuli. All right, guys, we are back on the hunt for Kentucky. Let me get this switched back over to the current hunt. There we go. We got probably about another 30, 45 minutes max until we have to stop and get ready for physical therapy. So I got to go to physical therapy here in a while. And then I'll be back for what is the second Call of the Wild stream for the day. And that is going to be at 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Central, and 7 p.m. Eastern Time. No, it doesn't have mule deer. You could hunt moose. That's what it is. There's a good moose on that map. That's what it is. Medved Taiga also, I think, has decent moose. I've never really... I just hunt whatever the crap I feel like, guys. I don't really sit there and spend hours on the computer looking up how to do grinds and how to get certain animals and what their habits are. We try to do it the most authentic way possible. I do it now that I stream. Obviously, I'm on here doing it because I have to, or otherwise people are going to see me sit there and spend all day, every day learning the animal's habits instead of actually getting the animals. So I do it whenever I'm live. But we have spent, I should say, up until now, we have spent all of our time just simply walking around and looking at the land and trying to figure it out with no advice from the internet. Which has been just the most authentic and fun experience when it comes to hunting. And I kind of like that. I kind of like that, you know. But it has very quickly turned into learning that there are certain habits that, you know, make it easier and more efficient at getting animals. So I kind of look it up as I have to, especially when I'm live, or plan it out when I have super streams now, just so it doesn't stay so boring. If I look up how to get, like, you know, feral pigs, I did that a while back. I actually did a little quick short video on how to find them on Emerald Coast. because I learned it myself, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make that into something for other people who are new to the game. And that actually really convinced me that I do need to be studying the animal's habits, ahead of time for planned hunts. This weekly challenge is not a animal specifically; it's a type of shot, so there's no need for that. Excuse me, but we will be, doing Silver Ridge Peaks this afternoon or this evening as well. But we will be switching to another map probably next week, so we don't always do the same map all the time. Do I have a favorite animal? I really do love, like, Class 9 predators. So the only one that I have without, having someone host me on, without having my wife or someone else host me on a different map that I don't have, because we have like 3 Xboxes in the house, 2 Series S's and then my Digital X. And so if I want to say lion, because I haven't gotten a lion yet, but I've seen them, right? But really, any Class 9 predator is probably my favorite animal to hunt, because it's just so fun to be hunted on this video game. And even things like mountain lion here on this map are really fun for me. But those are some of my favorites. I don't know if I have one favorite. If I had to pick what I have access to myself, that I could say, yeah, that's my favorite one I've hunted, definitely going to be the Bengal tiger. The Bengal tiger on Sundarpatan was such a fun one to get. Such a beautiful animal to look at on the game. So intimidating, so good at killing and stalking you. It's ridiculous. I feel like they're more aggressive than maybe lions at hunting. I could be wrong about that, but Bengal tiger. I got an awesome Bengal tiger to show you guys sometime whenever we go back to the trophy lodge. It's my best trophy. I love that one. What about you? What about you, Gamer Girl? What would you say? Do you have a favorite animal in particular? I was getting ready to say, I bet you like hunting tiger. I do. I love hunting tiger. I really, really do. Oh my gosh, I love hunting tiger. I would have a whole room full of tiger if I spent more time on Sundarpatan, which we will soon. I tell you what, next week we're probably going to do some tiger hunting or something like that. We'll see what the weekly challenge is. As soon as the weekly challenge fits that's what we're going to be doing. I got a nice clip, if I ever upload it, of a Bengal tiger coming after me and my daughter. I was trying to help my daughter get her first Bengal tiger. I succeeded. I'm pretty sure I clipped it. It might be on my Xbox clips. I should upload the crap out of that. That would be amazing content. I was like, kiddo, you gotta shoot it. You gotta shoot it. It's right here. Come on. And then I'm laying down on the ground. It's walking right up to me, and it's getting ready to kill us. And I'm like, kiddo, take the shot. It's like 10 meters away. And right before it got ready to kill me, it turned aggressive. And right before it was getting ready to kill one of us, I think if I remember right, it turned aggressive. It might not have. Might have just got really close and got like super alarmed. I was laying down like 10, 15 meters, something like that away from it. And then finally she shot it right as it was moving. I don't remember if it was lunging or if it was getting ready to run away or something, or just getting ready to flee. But she shot it right at the last second and put it down. And she did it with the 454 Sunberg, the Sunberg 454 pistol. It was ridiculous. I enjoy hunting red deer, but I don't like how they change them. And I also like bear. What did they change about red deer? What did they change about red deer? The fur. Oh, what did they change about the fur? Did they take away a good fur or something? Or did they just change the way the fur looks? We got some bison pretty close by. Warning call. I tell you what, we can take out a bison within 50 if we're very careful about it. So let's let Hank chill for a second. Here soon, I'm gonna have him hunt a large animal. The way it looks, yep. I figured. I thought I noticed maybe something like that. Oh, it's like the bison too. Oh, yep. A lot of fur changes they've made. Gotcha. Yep. Yep. I can't say that I'm such a variety person, and I have to have so much scrambling my brain all the time, trying to juggle so many things all the time that I can't say that I really ever remember. Alert. Okay. Let's go ahead. He's only 19 meters away. Let's change our arrow and get this done. But we need a lung shot. We need a lung shot. That should be a lung shot. Oh, God. Let's go. That should be a lung shot. Let's go. All right. Yep. Double lung on the first one. And lung, liver, and stomach on the second. I'll take it. All right. What is today? Wednesday. All right. $1,000 and by golly, 5 out of 9. 5 out of 9. That's decent. That's decent. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Put the arrow back in. We're still primarily looking for some turkey. So let me get the right arrow for turkey back out right there. And switch to my crow call and see if we can't find us some sneaking turkey. We do have turkey. I didn't forget to unmute it this time. I got it unmuted this time. So we have some turkey up ahead here. Little ways out, just where we need them. Honestly, just exactly where we need them. If we can get we need female turkey, so hopefully that's not some lone dude. I think that he should have some female with him, but I think they're either in male solo groups or they're in like one male with a bunch. I think those are the two options. God dang, there must be a ways down there. Oh, there's some females down there for sure. Okay, if we can get down here to the right, if we can get down here to the right a little bit, then that would be very, very preferable. Traveling my foot, they are sitting still. What have they got to be resting? Give me their resting. Calm. I'm just making sure. What in the world? Did you see the vertical? Did you see the vertical bison that was just right there? What did I miss? No, just that I like them. Oh, just that you like them. Okay, I missed that one. Took me a second to get around to that one. Straight through the bush, but I guess I'm not looking, am I? I'm learning I need to spend more time actually looking where I'm going whenever I'm using my binos. I'm way too fixated on looking exactly where they're at. So I want to put that right there. What I want to do is call them in and shoot them as I can. What the crap? Okay, that's close to within 50, isn't it? It's a little ways out from 150, but we can get, sorry, 50. But we should be able to get to 50, except that it's turning the wrong way. But if it gets attentive, there we go. There we go. They have great senses of smell, so it's very likely to bust us. Very, very likely to bust us before we get within 50. But I have yet to put bison up on the screen when we're hunting bison. I got to remember to do that. So poor eyesight, excellent sense of smell, alert. If we can get within 50, take a lung shot here, that'd be great. That'd be fantastic. It's alert. I don't think we're going to get within 50. We might just have to take it out where it is, the way it is, but we can sure try. It's not alarmed yet, it's just alert, so we very well might be able to get within 50 of it. It's alarmed. What did I miss? Nice level 4. Thank you, thank you. Upset with me. I know you're upset with me. I'm not really worried about it. Critical position. For sure. Critical position. For sure. For sure. I need some sort of cover. I need some sort of cover. I need some sort of cover. They have a weak sense of smell, but I really still don't prefer to be directly downwind of them. I really prefer to have some kind of cover. We're going to get to this bush right here. We're going to take our time. We're going to get to this bush right here. Set the foxborough down somewhere just northwest of it, call them in, and see how many 50-meter lung shots we can get on female turkey to really get all the challenges underway. Hirschfelden, the one thing I don't like about Hirschfelden is the coverage from the foliage. The flora does not really provide any cover 99% of the time, you know, and that kind of bugs me at times. But other than that, I really love the fauna on it, and the scenery is great. It's just a really great overall thing. I don't know if we're going to be able to see very well from that coverage, but we can try. We need to get within 50 and have a line of sight on them and get a chick in the lung. Those are the requirements right now that we need to be aiming for. I don't know how nervous they may already be because of my movement earlier with the bison. Bit of the secret stuff. My secret stuff is Neomed, just so you know, before anybody leaves it. What's he sniffing? God dang, guys, we are definitely within. I hate this angle we got right here. I really do. I hate the angle. We're going to really be pushing it right now, having to get so close to him. So let's see if Hank can help point one out, because I'm going to have to get right up next to him with this slope to be able to see him. Probably would have been better to call him in, but I'm going to see if I can just stalk right up to him and get within 50 for a bow shot. Sneaky. I just want to get to this piece of coverage right here. That should be more than close enough to take one out. We just keep getting bad angles on the land. And I meant that first one. I'm going to go for the second one. God dang, guys, I am really bad at this. All right, let's see here. This should be doable. This should be doable. The front side of these bushes should provide some cover that we can use. They already have 4. That's the dude. We're not looking for the dude. We're looking for his girlfriends, as long as they're within 50. And they are within 39. We need a lung shot. There's another one of the girlfriends. If we chill for a little bit, guess what? Guess what? We gonna get another one. We might just get the whole bit taken care of. Oh, the dude's fleeing, but that's okay. He's a little bit more sensitive. Alert and traveling. Okay, we're gonna have to take her on the move, probably. Maybe not. Yep. Ah, that wasn't a lung shot. That was likely not a lung shot. We could shotgun one real quick within 50 in the lungs. That's outside of 50. That's outside of 50 for sure. All right, I'm pretty confident that we got one of our lung shots there. I'm not entirely confident at all for either. The visibility on it. We got a lung shot. That was 40 meters out for 881 bucks, 149 experience, and 200 session score. Let's go over here. Hey, look at that. Look at all those. Do we have any decent ones? Not really. Okay. Oh, wow. That's 40. You know, I mean, that's actually kind of tempting. I'm not going to lie if I wanted to hurry up. Well, now I don't got the right gun for it. All right, let's get the slug going. Let's get the slug going, y'all. We're going to see if we can slug one of these bison real quick before they're past 50. 40 to 60. That was absolutely a good shot. Okay, I was about to say. All right, miss. I'm going to leave that mark up there where the other turkey is. I'm just going to run with this bison. That way, if another one gets aggressive, I can kill it within 50, and then we'll be dang near done with the weekly challenge and the daily challenges. Is that the one we shot? There we go. 60. Come on now. Let me catch up to you. Are you too slow to run away? Guys, we're going to get another one. Let me go ahead and reload while we're here. Too slow. Too slow, y'all. The poor things are too slow. That was way too high. There we go. So I don't know if the second shot, if it's a lung shot, that counts. That should be another dead bison. Let's see. 53 didn't count, but it was a lung shot, but it was just outside of 50. That's okay though. We're gonna add a lot of pressure to this area. That's all right. We got another one down. Hopefully that was within 50 and a lung shot. We can go back to get that turkey. But either way, it's definitely some extra money. We don't mind. Lung shot, what was it? 54 meters. Just outside of 50 for both of them. Who cares? We literally less than 5 meters outside of 50 for both of them. But we put them down. Hey, Blade, what's going on? How is Blade doing? All right, let's go get our turkey. That second turkey might be another lung shot within 50. It's definitely within 50, but it might be or might not be one of those other lung shots we need on female. Oh, never mind. We don't need a lung shot. We need a lung shot for it to be within 50, but we don't need a lung shot for the turkey. So that's going to be 3 out of 4 turkey we need for an additional $5 grand. And then we're just going to get one more turkey and whatever lung shots within 50 we can before I go to physical therapy. And then I'll be back for that second stream. How is Blade today? Seven turkey, I'll take it. They certainly are eating around the southeast end of the map, that's for sure. And that zone was what time was that zone? 17 to 20. 17 is a good time to get some turkey, y'all. 14 to 17. So basically 14 to 20. All within the southeast side of the map is where we want to find our turkey. Was it a lung shot? I knew it wasn't. I knew the second one wasn't. It was too iffy. But that's $800. And that is 3 out of 4 turkey. So we just need one more female turkey. We get $5 grand. 3 more animals within 50, and we get 12 more grand. We've gone from 30 to 42 in about 2 hours. It's not too bad. Sorry, I got very busy yesterday. No worries. We spent most of the time playing the Soul, whatever version of the game where you battle royale it and just kind of walking around and getting familiar with things. But don't worry at all. It is still a fun game. I do think that the Hunt Showdown is an excellent game. I wish I would have actually discovered it in its heyday. Not that it's dead, but I wish I would have discovered it in its heyday for sure. All right, we need one more. We are within the right time, 17 to 20. We're definitely within the right time, so we're going to go straight, pretty much, yeah, we're going to follow the road a little bit, get the crow call out, and see if we can find some more turkey. Sorry guys, I'm trying to not take my medicine for one whole week. It makes me short of breath and in pain. And I'm not trying to say that for pity. I'm saying, you know, I will absolutely probably look like I'm making a scene of it. I'm not trying to, guys. It really is. So don't say sorry. Don't be like, hey, I'm sorry for that. I mean, if you feel that way, good. And I'm not saying you can't say. I'm saying don't think I'm trying to be pitiful about it. It's just when you see me looking a little bit less, you know, go happy and a little bit more like, you know, doing things like the whole goddamn time. Please, please, please don't let that be a reason to be like, oh God, I can't listen to this no more. If I have to, guys, just let me know if it's too loud, and I'll change the compressor or the noise eliminator to where you can't hear me so easily, and that'll make it where it's not so prevalent. And don't be afraid to say that either, guys. If me huffing and puffing is too loud because the compression's too high or anything, guys, you can message me privately if you want to, and just nicely, hey, I don't mean this in a bad way. I'm just trying to help out the quality of your stream. The noise in the background is too loud on your mic, or you're huffing and puffing. The volume of the mic makes it very prevalent that you're huffing and puffing. That actually helps me, y'all. If anything is just unpleasant to watch, even if it's just something I do, I'm not going to take offense to that. I'm absolutely going to take that into consideration and change it if I can, because I want to put on a good show for people. That is for sure. I want to put on a good show for people. Let's say we can do about one more turkey and three more dead animals within 50 meters on a lung shot. The bow makes that super easy. If you guys haven't yet gotten the ambush pack along with the modern or the technology pack or whatever, the modern high-tech pack. I think the high-tech pack has the bow sight, the rangefinder bow sight, where it automatically sights in for you. That is, if you compare a recurve bow, because it's 2 pounds lighter than a compound, right? With that heavy 2-pound rangefinder sight, you'll have 4 pounds total. That's the same weight you're going to get basically from getting just a 3.5 to 4 pound compound bow with a regular 3-pin sight on it. So absolutely it is worth it, because you can put down animals almost as effectively, if not just about as effectively. It's a lower draw weight for sure, but it really puts them down, guys. If you know how to use the right arrow, if you know what type of ammo to select, then you can really put them down. I never struggle putting them down with the recurve bow, and then it only weighs 4 pounds, and I know exactly where to shoot with that rangefinder bow sight. So that is a very, very efficient and a very efficient way to not only put them down, but to carry things, because it doesn't weigh as much. Nothing so far, guys, with the crow call or nothing. Great turkey challenges, actually. Absolutely great turkey challenges. We might have enough time to finish the overlays for another map today and do a different animal. I don't really know what reptiles are really on the thing other than just alligators and crocodile. That might be the only reptiles I think it's gotta be it. I don't really know any other reptiles you could hunt. Komodo dragons, which are not on the game, I think, maybe. I don't know. Those are endangered, maybe, I think. I'm seeing something up ahead here, but I'm not completely sure what that reflection right there is. Okay, never mind. It's just part of the game. Well, excuse me. All right, we're going to get another one. Yes, alligator and crocodile. There we go. There we go. How long have you been playing Gamer Girl? Were you the one who told me you just started playing the other day? I thought that was crazy. But I don't know if I got how long you were playing. I might have forgot already if I saw it. did not say to heel. I did not say that. If you hit, just a quick tip for when you get dogs, anybody, if you hit down on the D-pad anywhere close to the time that you're, ceasing use or starting use of your binos, it'll for some reason consider that a healing command. Because if you press down, not looking at your binos, obviously that tells the dog to heal. But even if you're looking through your binos and click down to zoom out like this and then drop the binos too quickly, it'll mix them up. And I wish they'd fix that, but this one time. Playing for about 4 years. There you go. God dang, you know what you're doing. You definitely know what you're doing. I think we've been playing for just about maybe 3-4 years, something like that. It's a fun game. I am so excited to get enough people on here, guys, to have a community thing go on with it. Even if it's just like 8 or 10 of us, All right, let me get the proper overlay on here for pronghorn, because that's what we're going for right now. If we can get within 50 and get this guy, I'll be super happy. Even if he's got some girlfriends with him, we can take them all down. We can clear whole need zones with this bow very, very, very easily, depending on the species and animal. And he is very much worth taking out because he's not that great. $30 to $50. I don't like how thick this is. And I don't like how alert he is, but we are being as careful as possible. Let's get him just a second to cool down. He's very unhappy. We need a lung shot within 50. So I'm probably going to have to take that, that little front part of the chest right there. He's very unhappy with this. And Hank is just perfectly in the way. We should be able to pull that off, though. 40. Got the wrong arrow there. If he sits still for us. There we go. Let's hope that he has some girlfriends around, but I don't think he does. Get Hank back on the medium stuff, maybe. Nope. All right, let's see here. All right, that should be another one for sure. If that was purely a heart shot, then it could have possibly missed a lung, possibly, but it is a lung shot. There we go. Yep, right lung and heart shot right there. $1,000. We'll take him. Ain't gonna complain about that at all. I love it. Yeah, I love it too. Oh my goodness, I love this game to death. We still have a need zone here for 6 turkey. Look at that. Tell you what we could do, y'all. We could just go over here and we're gonna mark exactly where the seed zone is for turkey, and we're gonna get this done the right way before I run out of time. We're gonna change the time where the turkey are gonna be there, and we're gonna get our last turkey. And after that, I think we only need one more animal to get the weekly 12,000 too, which we just started very recently. This, halfway through the stream. Yeah, we need one more turkey. We get it within 50 and hit with a lung. Then we'll only need one more lung shot animal within 50, and we'll get collectively $17,000 more plus the cost of animals. And we'll have gotten about 25, 30 grand, I think, something like that, for the first stream of the day. All right, so what am I thinking? I gotta change the time. So we have them southeast of us, so we don't want a northwest wind coming down southeast. We really want, let me make sure, let me triple check and make sure, 1400. So we want to set it to about 1500, about an hour, like 15, something like that. And I try to not reset the time as much as possible while I'm trying to just get better at dealing with the times that I'm in. But once in a while it'll be all right. Okay. So that's really not a good wind. They don't particularly have high levels of west wind. So I tell you what, guys, this might seem a little extra, but I'm actually going to go right here and come down. I'm going to go fast though. I'm trying to go pretty quick. I'm going to try and take the ATV as far as I can without spooking them. I'm gonna run in the rest of the way. This is absolutely a great game for anybody, though. Even my 8-year-old can play it with me, guys. This is a fun game, very enjoyable. It's not too easy, it's not too hard, but the pace of it, it's not it's out. We don't want to get thinking about lost Have you played any other hunting games? Not for a long time. The reason I got into this one is because I started hunting in real life, and then that made me remember the old Cabela's big game hunter game that I played a little bit growing up. But I thought the whole using your ATV or whatever it was and buying a stand or I thought that was the funnest game with or without being a hunter. I didn't play it a whole lot. We didn't have a memory card, so it was always just start fresh every time. And that was a lot of the cases with some of our games. We never had enough for like memory cards and things for a while. But we had a friend 2 doors down who had every single piece of every toy, every gaming system, every VCR that he could record episodes of TV with. He had it all, and unfortunately that was because he lost a parent at a very young age, and so but he was a very nice, kind person. He was your classic nerd. Before being a classic nerd was cool, that was when being a nerd was uncool. And he did not care. He had good taste. He'd sit there and watch all the cool animes and I think it's Trigun, Inuyasha and all that stuff. And then he'd have everything, Ninja Turtles, every single really awesome, tasteful thing he had, and so he introduced us to a lot of video games because he had a Nintendo. He had every single system I'd ever thought of. Nintendo, Super Nintendo, 64, and then PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, computer games, all that jazz. And he got us into a lot of games that we would borrow and take over to the house. He would let us borrow anything. He'd want us to bring it back eventually, but there was no time limit. He'd just nicely ask for it back if it was something that we just kind of forgot about, and he'd give it right back. So we played Cabela's Hunter, and we played every classic game that ever existed because we had an awesome person 2 doors down who shared everything with us. I was very lucky. It's not mule deer. It's not mule deer. That's the wrong N word. Nope, not mountain goat. God dang. All right, I just clicked the next one above it because I forgot there was another N. But I loved it to death. I remember when we got my PlayStation 2 for Christmas when we were getting a little bit older. God dang, where's all the turkey? There's no way we spooked them from 600 out. There's absolutely no way we spooked them from 600 out. Where are they at? About to find out. I've had this happen on this map more than any other map where I have a need zone where an animal's supposed to be. I approach it from downwind. I don't approach it very quickly or loudly from anywhere beyond 300 meters. I ran in a little bit from 200 right there, but I never saw any warning call, never fleeing or nothing. It didn't seem like they were there in the first place. There we go. They are. They're still here. Okay, good deal. 130 to 190. So I don't know if they're sitting still or if they're still traveling. Yo, what's going on? How is Fast doing today? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining us. We are nearing the end of the stream, but we have part 2 coming up at 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 Mountain, 6 Central, and 7 Eastern. So if you want to, so hey, we're not right about the end. We got this hunt right here, and maybe one brief other one. But thank you so much for joining us. That's very cool. It was very cool. I have to scroll sometimes to see the words. BF liked Cabela's as well. Cabela's was awesome. Cabela's was super awesome. Anybody who's got good taste and want to play. So I usually prefer to plan out if I'm going to play. I don't because you know I don't want to just jump into something spontaneously. I'm trying to make things as regular and consistent as possible for the stream, but I would love to play with you sometime in the future if you want to join our Discord, and you can message me anytime. You know, we are also going to be having some group events come up as soon as we have enough people for them that are going to be Call the Wild based. They're going to be giveaways based on who gets what kills and whatnot. So I would love to link up sometime. Just usually prefer to. I said, well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It didn't notify me for some reason. That's weird. That's weird. Usually it pops up like boom, like that right there. But for whatever reason, it didn't. It didn't notify me on YouTube either, actually. But I appreciate the sub nonetheless. Sorry that it didn't pop up on the screen. Oh, maybe I'm not signed into the right YouTube channel. Let me switch channels. Let me switch channels here, see what happens here. Maybe then I'll see the sub. I apologize. Usually it's supposed to give like some sort of animation. Nope, doesn't even say it on YouTube. It says Xbox Cam Girl. Still on that too. I'm sorry, I have no idea. I have no idea. But we'll just say that last one was for you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the sub. But yeah, we got the Discord invite. We got a group. We got a Discord group for the stream. You know, we're building our community. And if you want to click that link that's pinned into the chat, you can join us on there. There's a whole category just for Call the Wild where you can share trophies or share voice chats with people and talk about it, or use a voice chat for gaming together on the game. That's what we'll use to communicate for like the giveaways and whatnot as well. So yeah, don't be afraid to hit us up on there if you want to. You don't have to by any means. That's just the best way to stay in touch with us about Call the Wild stuff. If I get an Xbox message, sometimes I'll see it. If I get a Discord message, I'll usually see it a lot more. So they are over there. They're just not where marked it or where the need zone actually shows up. But I had Robert the other day, or I think his name was Robert. Which one was it? He subbed too, and then it never showed up for him either. And I'm pretty sure he subbed because when I'm back on, he finds me, and you know, he joins pretty quickly. So no idea why. No idea why it's like that. All right, we got to get within 50. But we did plan this out the right way. If the wind would stop shifting on us. All right, Rochacho, that's all I need from you. You can stop yelling at me now. That's all I needed. You can absolutely stop yelling at me now. He's still going at it. We need one lung shot girl within, any distance, and we need 2. Oh no. Oh no. Traveling? What are you talking about traveling? It's not time to travel yet. What are you talking about traveling? It's not time to travel yet. You're supposed to be here till 1700. It's 1558. What you traveling for? Is it because he's okay? What in the world is going on? YouTube is weird sometimes. They are weird sometimes. Okay. Okay. Thank you for going back to eating. I was about to say, if you are traveling with over an hour left of actual eating time here, then I don't know what to think of that. I guess I'm just not destined to get this turkey. All we need is one chick in the lung. One chick in the lung, and we got it done. It's Dunskies. We're very close to having her close enough to take out. I want to get close enough to get more than one if I can. I'd like to get to 40 from her. That way I can know for sure. This one right here is at 47. That's a good one too. You know what? That's a pretty good shot. It's going to be a little small through this rangefinder scope, but not too bad. That's about as lung gets. I'm pretty sure that's a lung shot. We're going to wait. No, we're not. That's all we needed right there was that. Shotgun real quick before they get away. We got the wrong freaking round in. God dang it. I got to remember when I'm hunting turkey, y'all, to put the right animal on screen. But yeah, dude, if you want to join fast, I would love to link up with you sometime. Even if it's just for multiplayer. It don't have to be no giveaway or nothing. Is that really? Okay, all right. Well, that's definitely within 50. I can tell you that much. So let's just grab him real quick. Yep, quick gold turkey, 1,100 bucks. And that right there is 8 out of 9. So this is going to be both the challenges done. What? I used the wrong arrow for both of them? No! No, that was a long shot. No! No, I forgot to switch arrows. Oh, no. God dang it, guys. We got to come back. All right. God dang it. Oh, my goodness gracious, Ignatius. I hate it. I hate it. That was ridiculous. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I switched to ammo types for the shotgun, just not for the bow shot. All right, guys, we got to do one more before we go, and then that's going to be it for the stream. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we did that, y'all. I cannot believe it. All right, back to 15. We'll say 15, 15, something like that. Because they're from there. Yeah, 15, 15 would be good enough. We got to get there. We got to get there. We got a little ways to go. We're gonna hop back in the ATV. If the wind is where, still a west wind. So we're going to drive up to about right here. I'm actually going to mark dead center where I killed them. A little bit this way, actually, just to keep it accurate. And we're gonna pinwheel counterclockwise now with the ATV. That's auto running until we get to about 600, and then we're gonna get to about 550, maybe 500. All right. Run to about 250, 200, and then we're just gonna make our way in like this. This is going to be the turkey that we need, guys, but we're absolutely going to switch right now while we're supposed to. If I can ever get my weapon to get back out. And they should be pretty close to that mark this time. I hope. This is absolutely the only thing I care about right now is 1,000% getting that last kill and passing the check within 50 and one shot with the bow. I don't care about any other animal. This is one kill, y'all, for $17,000 for one kill. So I don't care what pumps out in front of me right now. We're not stopping. Going to be probably close to $18,000 just from this last kill, and including the other animals, we're up to 45, which is not very much, but we keep spending our money all the way down to nothing because I have no self-control. Oh. Okay, now we're going to walk it down to about 225. We have just barely a southwest type of angle to that west one. It's almost perfectly west. So instead of coming straight across, I'm gonna go just a little high, so like right here, kind of basically where I'm headed right now to intercept that little angle, and then come down. And once we get to about 200, I'm gonna start scooping that now. Once we get about 200, we're gonna crouch, and then when we get to about 100, I'm gonna crouch. Unless we did intercept them by not putting the time far enough into their need zone. If we didn't put the time far enough into their need zone, then, you know, they could have still been traveling while we were driving. And if that's the case, then they're likely to not actually be here. Didn't do that. But they should be here. It's right time. Not a dead zone. I think an hour and 15 minutes has been enough time for me to be here, hopefully, so. This is the only time in the only map I've ever really had an issue with things not showing up when they're supposed to, even if you do everything right. I've been in an open area where I could see from a tent. I could see 400, 500 out, looking for something that I know should have been like in the middle of a field open. And I've sat there and spotted it in that spot, reset the time, everything. And with downwind of it, 350, 400 out, not fast traveling, reset the time. They just don't show up. For whatever reason, they just don't show up. Maybe they got another feed zone that they're at, you know. But, looking a little ridiculous, guys. Looking like they're not here for whatever reason. It's the right time. It's not a dead zone. Their need zone is still here. And for whatever reason, y'all, it is proving to be difficult. We might wait just shortly because they may still yet come. We got plenty of time for them to be here. But my wrist is starting to be on fire. It's flat burning hot. And I'm going to need to call it as soon as I can get this done. I'd like to get this done before stream 2 so we can do whatever we want for stream 2. I could just be stupid and forget that this maybe only calls male turkey. It doesn't particularly say that, but it does seem like it is, you know, male turkeys. Are those called, what are those called? Those called crows? crow turkey? I don't know. We only need one more, y'all. One more. I feel like walking around. We should be seeing some turkey. This is their need zone. It's an hour and 40 minutes, or 49 minutes into it. So unless somehow we intercepted them without knowing it, you know, they should be here. This is a good place to be for turkey anyway, so we will see what else we can find for turkey without resetting time again. I'm not looking to just go back and reset it 50 times to have to get one turkey in one spot. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to be doing the giveaway in probably about a month if we keep getting people following the channel. You know, I think we have enough people to just about do it. I just don't know how many people are going to be here consistently enough to count on people showing up. I don't want 3 people to show up and give away 3 items. I would prefer not do that. So, you know, it just depends on how many. I'm thinking about doing 3 prizes, but it just kind of depends. Let me quickly get this done, and then we can shoot turkey from wherever we want. If we get this mule deer on a long shot within 50, we can get turkey with freaking 22 LR if we want, as long as we long shot him. So I'm gonna grab this mule deer real quick, at least make sure I'm gonna get my 12,000, and then we'll see what happens after that. Get the right size arrow this time before I forget. Good time for the move. Oh. No worries, bro, Chacho. No worries at all. How is Limp doing today? We are grabbing our last or second to last animal before I got to go to physical therapy here in just a moment. Well, that turned off the moment I started using it. Well, I finally just got, I just finally got to sit down and take my lunch for the first time today. We're not even going to talk about the breaks. I ain't got none of those. I'm sorry to hear that. I do think work is overstructured. I miss working with my hands. I really do. People, I think people have a sense of like there's mental health kind of behind. Hey, I accomplished something. Especially for men when it comes to like building things or working. But I do think work is overstructured too. The little corporate America type, structure we got to it definitely makes it not the same as what it was back in the day. I find that people, including myself, a lot of people are much more productive if they're not told how much work they have to get done and when they have to get it done, but they just have a goal, right? Like if you're paid per job, right? And quality of the job or something like that. Like, if you're, people tend to have healthier mindsets toward work that way. But I don't think that means working hard is a bad thing either way. I think it's awesome that you get on my feet. Trying to do everything I can to not take medicine for one whole week. That's my goal. It is so hard to do because it doesn't just cause my pain in my spine from the operation and stuff, which 100% needs revised. But it causes me to be the nerve issues they caused in my breathing apparatus up here in my face that make me short of breath. It causes the anxiety behind that coming off the medicine causes the anxiety. It makes the shortness of breath much more prevalent. And it's not just a psychological thing that causes it. It's they actually did mess the nerves up that tell the brain you're breathing. I say that way too much, but Limp's here. Limp's here, so I'm jibber jabbering. I'm a jibber jabber sometimes. And Limp, y'all, Limp is an awesome person. Supports the stream so much. He supports my stream, Gank's stream, BF Doom stream. They are some awesome people that have helped us as well. We are doing a nice big collab this Saturday, May 23rd. And it's going to be 9:30 Pacific, 10:30 Mountain, 11:30 Central, and 12:30 midnight 30. Is he walking across the water? Is he swimming across the water right now? God dang. That's a good dog. That's a dedicated dog. My God. He's swimming all the way across the water right now to get me a freaking doe mule deer when really I need any deer within 50, any animal within 50 with a lung shot. He's such a good boy. I tell you what, such a good boy. Why doesn't that count as a drinking zone? Do I already have that drinking zone? I guess. Yep. That's hilarious. Guys, when he hits the water, he don't stop. He has got a, ooh. That's not like a good, but that's definitely within 50. Thanks for passing that right up, Hank, the cow dog. All right, we got to get within 50 and take this guy out. I like taking him out too because, he's not super, super good, I like getting better. I'm starting to get into a little bit of herd management, y'all. I needed to get into that like 4 years ago when I started playing. 3-4 years ago, when it was. No, it couldn't have been 3-4 years ago. It couldn't have been 3-4 years yet because I got into this game after I started actually hunting, so it's been about 2.5 years. We're right at about 40. If he don't spook as soon as I stand up, we're just gonna take this shot. Where'd he go? 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 You're telling me I can't see him through grass? Oh, there he is. Wow. Okay, I'm just way off. Attentive. Okay, here we go, guys. Okay. All right. I think we got him. We definitely got to link up and play together sometime. Yeah, man, we were just talking about that earlier with not particularly just multiplayer, but we're going to be doing a giveaway for this game within probably about a month. I'm going to start getting it organized. I got to write it down, honestly, so I start actually organizing it. I'm going to set a date and get the prizes picked out and all that stuff and get the system for raffle, so... There we go. How? Oh, we've shot him before? Guys, we've shot this guy before with a Maradi 1894, and he lived from 215 meters. This, oh my gosh. Well, that's this shot right there. That's this shot. I was like, how did we not get that? We double lunged him real good right here. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. That is crazy. We this is not our first time running into this deer. That's the one that got away not too long ago. That's crazy. Well, I'm glad we got him. All right, that should be the weekly challenge done. Let's do it. That is hilarious, guys. That is hilarious. Wow. All right, guys. So that's what? That didn't count because the first shot, we still shot him within 50 meters and hit the lung. How did that not count? You're telling me the first shot has to be it? That's crazy. Okay, all right. Now guys, every time we come down to having like one animal to go for whatever freaking reason, it is impossible. It is impossible. We're gonna go get this guy real quick. We're gonna go get that guy real quick. All right, we're gonna go get that guy and. Oh, okay, wow. That's insane. Yep, that is tragic. That is really tragic. I forgot about that guy. I didn't realize this was that same place where we got him before. But hey, you know what? That's just an extra $1,000. You know, that's an extra $1,000. We're gonna get we're still gonna get 12 grand here in just a minute when we sneak up on these guys. How long do we have before they're gone? 1,800. We got time. We got time. We got an hour and a half real time. So you know. We got quite a bit of time. Oh my gosh, yep, absolutely. Yeah, so the thing about Salzweisen or any bird really, and some of the people who think they know how this game works and don't know how this game works will be total jerks about this if you try to debate it with them. But it is 1000% true that the only thing that pressure and dead zones do is they clear the animals' need zones. They don't delete the animals from the map. They don't stop animals from walking into that area, traveling between zones, and they don't stop animals from coming to that area if they're attracted to scents, decoys, or calls. So if you pick a designated area where there's a lot of one type of animal, and you set up a bunch of decoys and blinds and a foxtail and you just call everything in that area, you can absolutely, thank good dog, Hank. That is absolutely good dog, Hank. Thank you very much for the nice shot as well. I don't know that. Yep. Oh wait, that was like 20 minutes ago. I already saw that one. My bad. But anyway, yeah. So if you pick a designated dead zone in the middle, or in some area where it's surrounded by need zones, but not going to delete them, especially for birds, you can just sit there all day. That's all I do. I sit there all day and kill birds all day in the same exact spot. I don't care about you. I don't care about you. I'm going for this muley over here. I'm already on the mule deer. I'm just going to stay on the mule deer. He's attentive. So he's 104 weight and he's attentive. Decent hearing and smell. Sorry, decent vision. Excellent hearing and smell. So we're going to spray down. Even though we don't have a bad wind, we're still going to spray down just to try to make sure that we don't get, when we get super, super close to him, that we still get busted even with that good wind direction. And that's a really wasteful spray because if we get this guy, that's going to be into this first stream for the day. But we will be back, like I said, 4 Pacific, 5 Mountain, 6 Central, 7 Eastern today after I get back from physical therapy. Oh, hey, we might just be able to take this guy out. Well, let's go ahead and just grab this Plains Bison over here real quick. Let's just do that. Change the type of arrow for sure. But we should, they have poor eyesight, so if we get over here in this little bush before he runs away, we'll absolutely get this bison. Yeah, that a scent kill spray is ungodly. Yeah, it is. It's $300. It's $300 a spray. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. Calm. Okay, if he would just come here instead of there, that'd be great. Whatever. That should be a lung shot, I hope. I hope that's a lung shot. That's a lung shot for sure. Go ahead and flop on down there, Chacho. Yep. Well, thank you. I appreciate you bringing the truth. I appreciate you bringing it right to me. All right, so. Okay, I'm not trying to save it. Yep, first shot, liver. Ooh, went back to the back lung just barely. That looks like it should have hit that first lung, does it not? Does that not look like it is touching that first lung, for crying out loud? Who cares? It is a lung liver shot. And then the second shot was also a double lung. So hopefully the muley didn't run away. But even if it did, we got our objective done. That's the last animal we need for the weekly challenge that we just started today. And that means we can kill this muley any way we want. Because the weekly challenge was 9. We just started it this stream. It was 9 animals within 50 hitting the lung. There's $12,000 in the pocket. We'll just go ahead and make this last one a real banger. You know, we're gonna use. So I don't think Craze is with us anymore, but I was getting this out to show Craze. You can absolutely. I'll even use a soft point. You can use a 243 on whitetail. Mule deer are bigger than whitetail, and we're gonna use a 243 right now. And we'll even use a soft point to make it better. Now that was a bad shot-ish, more like liver than just lung. But I don't really care. With a hollow point, that close inside it into 75, it's just going to get him, if I hit a vital at all. Yep, he's going down. He's going to go down. All right. All right, let's see here. So right now, y'all, my, of course, Streamlabs in the 15th different way is not working. It won't actually let me record things now to make my own content, so I have to go back and look over the whole stream. It won't let me record clips for whatever stupid reason, so I have to go back and actually, go through hours and hours and hours of stuff. Yeah, dude, that scent spray, y'all, whenever we first got it, it starts you with 50 sprays, right? We didn't even know what it costs, right? So when me and a friend of mine, T-Shot, first started playing this game, we had no idea how to play it, no idea. We thought $5,000 was a lot of money. We had no idea how to do, like, missions to really gain extra money and efficiently. Nothing. And we were just blowing right through that. We were like, heck, let's just spray down all the time to get more animals. They won't be able to smell it. So we would literally respray every time there wasn't spray on our screen. So that includes every time you change the time, every time 30 minutes of your time passes up, anytime it runs out, anytime you log back in, any of that stuff, you have to spray down. And we just blew right through all 50 sprays, and then found out that it's $3,000 for every 10 sprays. It's ridiculous. So I always try to make sure that I'm going to make profit when I spray down. If I'm not going to get an animal with it, I'm not going to spray it. We actually have a good wind on this bear right next to us, so I want to grab it real quick. But yeah, right there. So that is a soft point 243 on this muley, and that is a class 5 animal. So hopefully that helps just to ease Blaze's or Craze was their name. Craze's mind if they see this now or later. But that's not trying to show it off. That's just trying to prove that it very much should, the 243 very much should put down any, animal within class 6 shot in the lung. And muleys are class 5, but so whitetails are 4. So Hank hasn't left the mule deer dedication right there. No, Hank is very dedicated. Hank is extremely dedicated. We know that for sure. That dog stays on task. That dog. All right. Well, guys, that is about it for now. My neck is beyond killing me, and I gotta go ice my wrists and whatnot, and get ready to go do some working out at the physical therapy place. So that's gonna be fun. That's always a good time. I'm kidding, it sucks, but we have to do it. So we do it. And then we are coming back for the second Call of the Wild stream of the day. It's going to be 4 Pacific, 5 Mountain, 6 Central, 7 Eastern. Love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Xbox Gamer Girl, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the sub and hanging out with me. Limp, good to see you, bro. Chacho, everybody else. And yeah, if you guys want to link up with our Discord, code is right there until the stream ends. If not, no worries about it at all. But I love y'all, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Be looking out for when we're going to do that giveaway. It's going to be here in about a month or less. So, but until then, thank you guys so much. Limp, thank you so much, bro. Chacho. And we will catch you guys later today or whenever. Have a good day.